on the wind and begin to get lost. Hey, girl. We ain't stopping, we got them big tops popping while we rockin' to some Johnny and Merle. Oh yeah, there's something about a one line dirt road in the backwoods. To the driver, the body to drink, but not in a bad way. It's all good. I don't care if we scratch the paint. Look, we ain't in no Prius, this is a tank. We can stop off where the roads cross and pop off a sawed off. Yeah, we could sit back and sip Jack, but if you ain't down with that, adios, senorita. Let your window.
All right, everybody. How's everybody doing on a Saturday night? I have a special guest waiting, as you can see, with looks like some big fish behind him. That's Mike, my buddy from Florida Fish Rescue. But I have to say a few things first. First thing I want to do is I have to say a big thank you to my buddy Raleigh at Fish Keeping Jamaica for letting me be a part of his algae series. I saw a couple other you people were in there too. I saw I think Chris was in there, and it was thank you. I just want to say thank you to Raleigh. If you don't know who he is, please go over and check him out. Now, what else I want to say is let's do me a favor and let's give why didn't that switch over? Okay, we'll stop that. And we'll go over. We wanted to give a nice little shout out right now to Big Time Fish Keeper. It's 2:30 in the morning, wherever the hell he lives, so he couldn't really be here. So, let's give him a shout out. Check him out. Here's his channel, right here. Big Time Fish Keeper. Check him out. Go over, subscribe, see what he's doing. Why is the chat going slow? Don't worry, I'm going to say hello to everybody. It's going to run. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I broke my mouse. I got to use this. So everybody go check out Big Time Fish Keeper. And the last thing I want to do is I want to announce that this Wednesday at I think it's at 9 o'clock, I'm going to be on BJ Cooper's channel, BJ Cooper Comedy Channel. I'm going to be on there, and we're going to do a live stream. I'm going to return the favor of him being on mine. I think a lot of you know BJ. The king, I call him the king of all shout-outs. He's probably given 1 million shout-outs in the last 6 months. And come see me there. We're going to have some fun. You know what I do. Okay, so let's see who we've got. Lorcan, how you doing tonight? Cooper. Craig. I watched that video you sent, Craig. My biggest question is, what are those people wearing? It is a pretty rough sport. I don't even know if it's a sport. It kind of just looks like people hurting each other with no pads. Patty, how did your day go, Patty? Just wondering. Adele, how are you today? Nice to see you again. If anybody doesn't know, that's who Collaboration of Curiosities is. And I made Adele a mod because that's what I do. Yeah, hit that like button. Go ahead. I hate stupid people. How are you today? Nice to see you. Muppet, how are you? Muppet, did you get in touch with about the gift card? No. I'm not pretending it's summer. This is the Tyler Durden shirt, okay? Like, what would Tyler Durden do? You get it? This is the actual Fight Club shirt. Okay, that's why I wore it. No other reason. And my biggest thing about Fight Club is you would not catch Vinny sitting in a room talking to himself and fighting himself. You're not going to catch Vinny doing that. Right? That kind of blew that whole movie for me. I wasn't shocked. I wasn't surprised. Look, I knew Bruce Willis was dead the whole time in that other movie. So I don't know what to say. All right. So that's all the BS we got to get to. And let's get back to our special guest of honor, the person who runs Florida Fish Rescue, and his name is Mike. How you doing tonight, Mike?
Mike, that's cool. Hey, how's it going, man?
Not too bad.
Hanging out. Got the fish behind me. We had to move the pools underneath here because they're getting too much leaves and stuff in them under the trees out there.
I thought you were.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it was too cold.
Well, I mean, it's chilly. I am wearing a coat. I mean, it's chilly. Can't see my breath or anything. I know you guys are freezing there. I know.
What's chilly in Florida? 70?
Well, no, I mean it got down to 45.
Ooh. No, my grandfather, when he lived in Florida, when it got down that low, he'd be so afraid it would freeze his orange and his lemon trees. He would lose his mind.
Yeah.
He would go out there and try to wrap them. Patty, if I did do anything sitting in front of a mirror and rant, it would definitely be the one from a Taxi Driver. I would definitely do the Taxi Driver rant. But that would be the one. Yeah, tell everybody what part of Florida you're in.
We're in Bradenton. We're about 50 miles south of Tampa. Pretty close to Sarasota. You know where that is?
My stepfather comes from Sarasota. God rest his soul.
Spot.
Yeah, it gets a little chilly there. All right, so we got a couple questions for you. We're going to start out with an easy one. What were you like as a child?
Oh, God. I guess that depends on who you ask, right? So, I'll tell you, I was a perfect angel. The rest of my family will tell you I was an absolute monster, which is probably true. But
brothers and sisters?
None. No, only child.
Hey. No, there you go. Well, that's it. That explains it.
I know, right? I mean,
that explains it. I was an only child for 10 years, and then they had my half sister who lives in Palm Bay, Florida, and then I realized that they love her more.
Right.
I don't blame them. She was way cuter than I am. She's nicer too. How you doing, P&J Cole? Good to see you. Ricky, how you doing? RB Animals. I printed up your sign, Ricky. You're gonna see the pictures of it tomorrow, so you're gonna see that. So, I mean, what do you mean? Did you play sports, or did you get in trouble? Were you in a,
Yeah, I mean, I played a little bit of sports, but I wasn't professional or anything.
Yeah.
No, played a little football in high school, but mostly I caused trouble. Yeah. Yeah, we had a little crew. I guess, back then it was a crew. Today you'd call it a gang.
Well, we used to call it a gang, but everybody else would just say, "Look at those bunch of kids running around."
Yeah.
We'd come up with names, and we try to get matching jackets and stuff, like we're the Dukes of Flatbush walking around in the 80s.
We were more of an actual gang, probably.
Hey, look, I'm not saying some rims didn't disappear when we were hanging out, or I'm not gonna say that, because now this is gonna be like, Angela Cooper, how are you tonight? That is Mrs. Cooper, if no one can tell from the same last name, but yeah, that's Mrs. Cooper. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, no, but in Florida, you can get in a lot more trouble in Florida back in the day.
We definitely got in some trouble. Now, I mean, let me phrase that. We got in stuff that we should have been in trouble for, but we didn't get caught. So,
just the damage, just the things you can do with people's pools is just little food coloring. That's it. 20 cents worth of food coloring. You can just watch them come out and see they have a red pool.
Yeah. But, so, I don't know. I was troublesome. I did spend a lot of time in jail, so I wasn't that kind of troublesome. But
are you an animal guy or a fish guy?
A whatable?
An animal guy. Do you like all animals? Like, do you like dogs, cats?
Oh yeah. No, I'm definitely an animal guy.
Yeah.
We have dogs. I'm not a huge fan of cats, only because they make me sneeze. So
and they will eat you when you die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snail Hunter, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Oh, nice. Hit that like button. Like number 17. That's pretty good already. I'm not too bad with that. So what kind of dogs you got?
Well, they're mutts, but they're mutts that people keep trying to steal because they're really freaking cute.
I was going to ask you with your ponds if people try to steal your fish.
I had a few people that I thought were a little sketchy, but no, I haven't had anybody actually try and steal the fish.
I know that happened to Ohio Fish Rescue. I know they got a couple pinched. I was wondering if somebody tried to get yours. Yeah, look, man, send me an email.
I mean, listen, we're in Florida, and in Florida, everybody's armed, and you know.
Hey, listen, I want to move down south. I want to move down south so bad. I already listen to the country music. I might not fit in the way I dress, but nowadays, country, it's all the same. As long as I got a hat. I'm good. I'll get a couple Carhartts, and I'm good to go. I'm down there. Because it stinks up here. I don't care. I'm sorry, people, but it's just like, they really ruined it for me. It's no fun living in Connecticut anymore.
I feel you.
Especially snobby Connecticut. In this weather, I'm too old for this cold, man.
Right? So that's the reason I won't move up north. The farthest I'm going, if we do move, is eventually maybe the Carolinas is about as far north as I'm going. But,
why would you go? There's no. Once you go south, you got to keep going south. Go to South America. Go down to Antarctic.
Well, remember that the only thing south of Florida is Cuba, and I'm not going to Cuba.
No, you got Puerto Rico. We own that.
Well, yeah, all right.
It's not too bad. My dad used to love Puerto Rico. You know.
Yeah.
You don't need a passport either.
Hurricanes here are bad enough. I don't want to do it in a third world country.
I want to bring my sister up. Peplin, how are you doing tonight? I want to bring my sister up here. I wanted 2 years ago I was going to give her a place to live and let her take care of my kids because I'm a single dad. She can't afford, once you're down there to come up here, so you want to come up here and pay like 5 times what you're paying now? I mean.
Well, listen, Florida is stupid expensive. If I move up one state, if I move up to Georgia or I move to North Carolina or South Carolina, you're right, it's stupid cheap. But down here, down here.
Florida, because it used to be cheap. I haven't been there in like 20 years. It used to be cheap. How you doing, Ian? Craig?
I guess it depends on what you mean by cheap. Like, so, an apartment here is $1,400.
Oh, so yeah, you're what, like a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom?
No, 1-bedroom bath.
Yeah, that's really expensive for down there. I wasn't expecting that. I was thinking you're gonna say 800, maybe,
Not anymore. Used to be.
But that's because we all moved down there.
Right.
We all came and invaded and screwed it up on everybody. All right, so what got you into fish? What got you into fish?
So we always had fish. When growing up, I always had fish. The wife and I have always had fish, but we were just fish keepers. We just had, a tank with some fish in it. And we were on Craigslist one day looking for something. I don't even know what. We ran across this ad. This fellow was giving away a 150-gallon fish tank with a couple of Oscars and Jack Dempsey and a couple of random cichlids, Texas cichlids. I guess they were remodeling, and so we had to go. So his wife made him get rid of them. So I don't know. On a whim, we went and picked him up. I guess this was a year and a half, 2 years ago, and so we just got some fish. But they were great fish. And then we realized somewhere along the line that every now and again we would see an ad on Craigslist or on Facebook Marketplace, somebody trying to get rid of their fish. And we started questioning why they were trying to get rid of their fish. And after a few phone calls and a few conversations, we began to realize that the reason that they were trying to get rid of their fish is because they had to. They were moving, or the landlord told them they couldn't keep them, or any number of things. So we realized that there was a need for that. And being fish lovers, we figured we would kind of step into it gently, which we did for the first week, and then went.
Wait a minute. You're getting ahead of me now. You're passing by the questions. We're not to that yet. I want to know what was your first fish? How old were you when you or did your parents have fish or what was your first aquarium?
My very first fish was an Oscar. He was a little fella in a 20-gallon tank, and before I knew it, he was a big Oscar in a 20-gallon tank.
Mm-hmm.
And You know, my memory of what happened to him is fuzzy. I think he may have died, and my mom got rid of him, and didn't bother to fill me in on it. Didn't want to broach death at the time or something. I don't know.
Oh God,
But,
there's a joke about that too, where the kid goes, where the kid's like, the kid's something about the kid's mother left, and he asked the dad, "Where's the turtle?" And he's like in the backyard with mommy or something. I don't know. It's a real cryptic joke. I was gonna tell it one day, but I thought it would be too cryptic. I thought it was gonna be too cryptic.
Remember the punchline? Not good. Bring it.
Yeah, I know. I'll have to look down. I wrote it down. I wrote it down, but I don't. So, all right. So it went from that. And so you had a 20, and then, so you didn't have fish until you saw this, or you just had a one fish tank, and all of a sudden you saw this 150, and it sparked like it was like your first hit of crack, and you're like, because I listen. I got a 90-gallon boat front with 2 canisters, 2 heaters, stocked with fish, with the lights and everything, with the T5, with all that, because the guy was moving. He had to get it out of his apartment.
Yeah, that's how the 150. Yeah.
And boom.
That's how the 150 started.
And then I got a 65 for $20. I got a 55 for $30. It's like there's so many. Our hobby, a lot of people get into it and they punch out quick, Maverick.
And they kill their fish. They make mistakes. They get scared and whatever, or they just or they get themselves in a situation where they didn't realize they couldn't be in that situation, and that happens to us all the time. We get people who call us and say, "I don't know. My landlord told me I have to get rid of my tank and my fish." So.
Oh, that happens a lot. So yeah, well, that's what I'm leading into. So how did you actually evolve your hobby into a rescue? Did you have an inspiration? Or it just similar thoughts at similar times?
It was accidental. So, I mean, it started, obviously, with that 150-gallon. And then we ran across somebody trying to get rid of fish. And we said, oh, well, I guess we better find a place for those. And then somebody else called us, and another person posted an ad. And before we knew it, we had 15 tanks. And from 15 tanks, it got to 10 big tanks and little tanks and pools, and it just kept going. And we get called every week. People going, I got to get rid of these fish. I got to go pick up.
Hey, now you say we. You say we. Who is we?
Oh, my wife and my niece are totally involved in the fish rescue. It's not just me. They
really.
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
My wife wasn't even totally involved in my marriage. So good luck on that one. Hold on one second. Big time fish keeper. I gave you a shout out at the beginning. Keep posting. Post everybody's links, everybody. You know how that goes. So yeah, just put Rat Dog. How are you doing? I didn't get to say hello to you last time, and because of that crazy guy. But hello, Rat Dog. Chubbs, how you doing, Chubbs? Oh, I completely forgot about my last stream. We had a lunatic show up like an hour and 45 minutes in, and this guy was a pisser. He might show up, but I'm gonna block him until we're done. But yeah, that was it. All right, thank you everybody. How you doing, Chubbs? Yeah, big time fish keeper. Don't worry, I got you. All right. So what I was gonna ask. So you got the family involved, which is great.
Oh yeah, I mean they keep me motivated. They're every day they're into something new, and we're all at it together.
If women don't like to see a man at rest, so if you can find something that they don't mind you doing, you're golden. I mean, thank God they were like, come on, let's all wash dishes together, or let's fold laundry. But hey, let's change some water together. That was great. I wish my kids would get involved. Yeah. The only time my teenage daughters care about my fish is when they like a boy that likes fish.
Right.
Then it's oh, my dad's got fish, but otherwise it's no, you're embarrassing. Stay away.
Well, no, listen, we had to move a bunch of stuff around the last couple of days because we were totally reorganizing to get these pools in where they are right now.
Oh, no.
We had to totally figure this out.
Now I saw you were talking about, did you get Lycanites attack? Did you see Did you what you had a zoning problem? Somebody came by and said something to you or something like that?
The neighborhood police or the neighborhood yard police came by and said you got some stuff you got to move around. The pools aren't allowed out front because they're afraid a child is going to fall in it and drown. I mean,
listen, ask Lou Costello. That happens. All right.
I know. But there shouldn't be any children in my yard anyway. But regardless of that, I planned on putting up a fence, and they gave me a big fat no, you can't put up a fence. So we had to do this whole big thing.
What do you mean you can't put up a fence?
They wouldn't let me put up a fence, man. I guess it was too close to the road.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because God forbid you want something close to the road to stop that car from going in your living room.
Right. Well, the problem is we have a corner lot. Our house is on a corner lot.
Okay, so, yeah. They probably drive over your lawn all the time. Patty, I was actually in that stream with Kev, and he deleted it, and I'm not sure. I really hope it wasn't for the joke I put. Chubbs, you saw it. I told him that Buffalo Bill was looking for a roommate. He's just gonna have to rub the lotion on his skin. And I think that kind of set him off the edge. I was going to offer to help the friggin' kid next. I was going to try to send him at least $20 so he could friggin' rent a pickup truck and sleep in it on U-Haul's dime all night. But I don't know. I don't know how to contact him. So if anybody knows how to contact Kev, yeah, Chubbs. And then all of a sudden he dipped out. I was like, oh, come on, man. I had comedy to tragedy, okay? Like Louis Anderson. My father was abusive. He used to throw whiskey bottles at my head. Yeah, that's my Louis Anderson imitation, and probably no one even knows who Louis Anderson is. And remember, that dude had a cartoon, that creepy weirdo.
He did have a cartoon.
He did. It was terrible. All right, now, how many tanks do you have? Like, all right, tanks and how many gallons you think?
All right, so I know we've crossed 3,000 gallons for sure. As for number of tanks, it changes all the damn time. Right now, I think there's 18. I think there's 18 up at the moment. But we get whenever rescues come in, we pop up new tanks. Whenever rescues go out, we pop down tanks. When we donate tanks go out. So
you're constantly moving things.
Yeah, always. We have a couple different places.
Well, because I know a couple other places that are little, they're more showing than turning, you know what I'm trying to say. Getting them in and getting them out.
We have a couple of residents. We have some resident fish that are never going anywhere, but the rest of our fish are up for adoption. That way we can make room for new fish that we rescue. So we bring them in, they go out. We get hospital tanks that have to go up.
Now, what type of fish do you rescue? Any fish, or
if it swims, we'll rescue it. In fact, we'll take turtles and.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you about turtles.
Anything aquatic. I don't want lizards and stuff, but anything aquatic.
I'm just reading some of the chats. Yeah, I know he was looking for cash. That's usually what you do when you get thrown out of the house in the freezing cold and you're walking around. Of course you need some cash. I mean, whatever. Look, sometimes you got to throw money down in the toilet. Just to kind of do the right, whatever. We can all chip in. We can all chip in $6 and get him a place to sleep at. I don't know. He didn't seem like he wanted help though. Yeah, I know. I got to get T-shirts out, Craig. Yeah, I got the one out to. I know. I'm behind. I get it. I'm working on it. Trust me. Eventually, I get to everything. All right. Just Craig. Your problem is your friggin' shipping costs more than this stupid shirt. All right. That's the only thing because you live in a weird country. All right. If you were like in Jersey, you it'd be easy to send. Ricky, maybe I can send you a shirt with your background. Maybe that will help. Big Time Fish Keeper. I don't know if you're the only guy here from the UK. No, I think that maybe right this minute you are. All right. So 3,000 gallons. How often do you have to do, like, you must do water changes constantly? And what is your what's your electric bill like down there?
Well, so the one I got this month, because it's been cold.
Oh, wait, time out. Ian Ellis is here, the comedian. He's here. How you doing, Ian? Good to see you. Now, please, show a little respect for my guest right now. We can get into whatever you want. Your army can come later and destroy me, all that stuff. But, no, because he was Ian Ellis LLC and then Ian Ellis LLC Records last time. No, I remember. See, I got a good memory. You'd think the amount of weed I smoke, I wouldn't, but I do. But please, be very respectful. I don't want to ban you. I don't want to block you. I don't want my moderators to beat you up. I just, ooh, Lycanite. Yeah, I hope it's a Lycanite. No, he's definitely a Lycanite, but don't worry about it. He's going to calm down because I have a guest right now, and he's not going to be disrespectful because his mom will come down into the basement and smack him if he is. Yeah, you missed it. Trust me. You don't even want to know. And now, do you take aggressive fish?
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, in fact, we have quite a few tanks up that are single tanks that have a guy in it that just isn't going to get along with everybody else.
Hey, look, I got a couple of those myself that that's just what they became.
Yeah.
I have my saltwater puffer, my Stars and Stripes puffer. He was a nice community fish for 2 years. Nope, not anymore. He went all crazy on everybody. So,
they do that.
But for some fish, it's worth it. Like, I have one frontosa in a tank right now. It's growing out so beautifully and so dark. He's camera shy. But, yes, everybody be nice to Ian, and Ian's going to be nice to us. Chicago. Oh, God, duck, brother. Duck. That's all I can say about Chicago. Just duck. So you don't get shot. Big Time Fish Keeper, my pleasure, my friend. So, all right, what are those fish behind you?
Okay, so on this side, this is the Pacu tank, but there's also a big 3-foot red-tailed cat in there. He was actually over in this pool until the changeover because he was gasping a little bit after the changeover. He just wasn't quite right. So I left him over here because I didn't want to shock him and move him over there. But he seems to be doing pretty well now. And
now, hold on, where are you? What are you in? Where are you? It looks like
this is my carport.
Okay, I was going to wonder because that wall behind you looks like a scene out of Cooley High. It looks like chain link fence a little bit.
That's the dog fence, yeah.
Oh, all right, now I understand. I understand.
That's the dog fence behind me, and then we're under the carport. Hey, big puppy, how you doing, bud?
I was not taking shots at Chicago. I mean, other than the fact that people get shot there, like I take a pee. No, I was looking out for my friend, telling him to duck. I don't want his pretty little head to get shot off. I think that's nice of me, you know. It's all. Look, I sleep with the fishes, Ian. This is my bedroom, so I could show you. Here's my bed right here. Woo! Yeah, the loneliest number. All right. My bed even makes fun of me. It's like, can't you get anybody but the dog in here? All right. So, what are some of the what other arowana, arapaima? What other kind of monsters?
So we don't have any of those guys. We have a clown knife that's he's I guess 2.5 feet long. We've got a couple of big Oscars. We had a couple more until I guess last week. 2 guys showed up and adopted 2 of the Oscars, so those guys went.
Now, when they come to adopt, do you ask them the standard questions?
Oh yeah,
you make them show.
I want to see pictures.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you make them show pictures?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I want to see pictures. I want to know where they're going. I want to know what you know about fish. I don't let anybody leave if I don't believe somebody can take care of them.
Because people get goofy like that.
People want, absolutely. People want big fish, but they don't know how to keep them. And I'm not going to be the one to let them walk out of here with a fish that they don't know how to keep.
You always got to be ready to rehome those fish.
Yeah.
Like, I have an arowana right now that I know within the next 6 months I'm either going to have to build him a tank down here that's really big, or I'm going to have to rehome him. And I'll just transfer the smaller one to that tank. But whoever gets them is going to have if they got the room for it, they're going to have an awesome fish. For
Yeah. We don't get a lot of like really exotic fish, mostly because people who have really exotic fish have planned for keeping them for long periods of time. Most of what we get, probably mostly Oscars and cichlids. People discover that Texas cichlids get bigger than they're supposed to, and
what a shock. What a shock. Now, what about things like goldfish, those giant, or koi, or...
I've got koi, I've got, what I've got a lot of is breeder goldfish that are 12 inches long because people didn't realize they grow up.
That's a big problem.
Yeah, I'm going
Wait
to
a minute. Hold on 1 second. Sayans Entertainment is here? Is that really Sayans? Is that really you, brother? Dude, I love your channel, man. We listen to you at work. Hold on, this guy. Is that really you, brother? What do you think of Hopi? Wow, that is crazy. If it is Sayans, it's a whole nother thing. But yeah, well, I would be impressed. So is that a Florida thing? No, that might be a Florida thing.
It's what a Florida thing.
Like the fish that are available, the fish that people are giving away. I think.
I don't think it's a Florida thing. I think like with clownfish are an invasive species. So.
I was going to ask you about that too. What about the invasive species down there?
Yeah, so that's one of those things that we try real hard to keep out of rivers and lakes and whatnot, and make sure people know to bring them here instead of dumping them. The Oscars are an invasive species too, but
really?
They've become an integrated invasive species. So, it's not really as big a concern anymore because there's already enough of them to call them a natural fish. Can't get rid of them.
Ian, thank you for sharing the link. Sayans, wow, it's like having a celebrity in here. I'm just blown away because it's from two different circles, like the whole O&A thing, and now that is amazing. I'm kind of blown away by that. I've been watching this kid on before I started my YouTube channel. I had another just a regular I Watch channel, and I've been watching this kid since he started out basically in his friggin' basement with his girl coming down to do the clothes. Ash, how you doing, brother? Oh, that's a big one. So, what are the financial burdens of running a rescue? Like, how do you balance that out?
Hope and pray. You don't. We landed a $680 electric bill this month, and that was no fun. And we had a $540 electric bill the month before, which was also no fun.
See, I thought mine was bad. Was bad. Joseph's Tanktopia. How you doing, brother? Sayans, I love you, but be nice, brother. Be nice. We do give a fuck about his fish. It's all right. Don't worry. I don't. You're fine. It's okay. You've been drinking. I like when you drink. You lisp a little. See, me and you, we both have speech impediments, Sayans. So we're simpatico. We're like brothers that way. We're two doofuses on the internet, on YouTube, that can't speak correctly, and people don't seem to care, which is great. But anyway,
I just got a text from my wife that says when you get rid of the arowana, he has to come down here. I don't know how we're gonna.
No, seriously. No, actually, with my company, I ship all over I make. Well, I used to make signs before they stopped open A Saiyan, isn't that stupid character from one of them Chinese things?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I know what it is.
Dragon Ball Z.
I love his content. I love the stuff he did about Artie. I love the things he does about. I'm a huge Opie Anthony fan, and then it was Artie and Anthony, and I'm really like a geek when it comes to that. I heard every damn show those douchebags ever did. So I love this guy's channel. You know, I love his live streams too. Now I gotta go in your live stream as Vinny's Aquatics, and I can tell your guest he's a douchebag, and we'll be even. Whatever. So with the $400 electric bill, $200, Ricky, that's a lot. That's a lot down there.
I would beg for a $200 electric bill.
Sayings, I'm not only trying to leech you up your name, brother. I might come over and try to like use like Jesse Ventura, use mind control. I'll use mind control and harp on you. All right. Look, just give me a plug in one of your things. Send some of your people over here. Hey, Sayings, why don't you come on my stream one time? Why don't you come on next week? I'll make you the guest. I would love to. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sidetrack you because it is, but this, I don't know. I'm just blown away, this dude. It's like the time Paul Cafaro was in one of my chats, in one of my live streams. But I noticed some people come in and then all of a sudden I might say something and they might not come back. So I don't know. I got to deal with that. So not only do you got to deal with the electricity, but now do you pay for water down there?
Yeah, oh yeah.
See, I don't pay for water.
Yeah, no, we definitely have a water bill too. Luckily we also have a well in the back that we can pull some water from. So
now, what about your water? What's your pH like? What's your water like down? Is it hard? I remember my grandfather used to have to add softener to his water.
No, our pH comes in at about 7.5.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, comes in about 7.5.
Yeah, mine's anywhere between 7 and 7.5 too. So I find that's, and a lot of the fish we get nowadays are so used to being in a tank. You know, it's those wild caught fish you got to worry about that are like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're doing wild caught fish, well, you know, the puffers are always wild caught too. Most of the green spotted puffers are wild caught, but they do okay in the 7.5 brackish. So
you got any puffers?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Hold on. Patty Sayings is kind of famous, and I don't know, you guys. He is kind of famous, I gotta admit. So, you know, I know who he is. I can't believe he's here. I'm kind of honored. You know, even though he's being a douchebag, but whatever. But Patty, that's why you're here. Don't block Sayings. Whatever anybody does. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna. Yeah, exactly. What were you drinking, Sayings? I'm drinking iced tea and vodka. Big Tank Hank, how you doing, brother? Great stream last night. Great stream. Please keep dropping Florida Fish Rescue's link. I want everybody in this chat to subscribe. Sayings, I even want you to subscribe to this guy. Do something good. VIP. Oh, you got the fancy stuff now, huh? You're fancy, man. You're moving up in the world, huh? Don't worry, I see it. I see those hats. I can see you moving up in the world. You deserve it, dude. You work really. The one thing I'll say about this dude is he works. He puts effort into this. He puts a lot of effort into what he does on YouTube. You know, even though you can't understand him half the time, he puts in a lot of effort. Kind of like me. Hurricane Tall Boys. Oh, all right. Those are pretty good. I wouldn't mind one of those. Salute, my friend.
Drink. That's one to start drinking on, I'm sure. I should have brought myself a rum and coke out here.
Yeah, you know, hey, if you want to we'll take a break and get one, go right ahead. We'll figure it out. But now, do you do rescues from, like what are the people like? Just average, everyday people, or? Yeah,
they're just average, everyday people. And I've met some of the sweetest people in the world, man. I'm telling you, people who like fish are just the best people on the planet.
The fish family is amazing. They really are probably the best family that you can get involved with on,
I agree.
On the internet. I've always felt that. That's why when I originally started out, I was going to do a political thing. But then I realized all I'm going to do is argue with people all day long.
Absolutely. All you're going to do is
all day long. It's going to be ridiculous. And then I figured they're just going to ban me anyway because of the stuff I'm going to say. I'm surprised I'm still allowed to make. That's why I made 2 separate channels.
Right,
just
right.
in case.
Yeah. So I thought about doing politics and fish as a channel, but
no, that will never work. Trust me. I'm
Yeah.
I'm as close as you can get to that kind of crap.
well,
And
no,
I-
listen. Here was my plan. Wait. Somebody's going to steal this after I tell you what the plan was.
Of
right?
course. It's 5-minute abs.
So what I was going to do is equate politics to the behaviors of fish. So I was going to tell a story every night. I was going to tell a new story about fish that related to politics.
Dude, you would have gotten people so upset. Okay? You would have got some Karens. Hey, they would have look, it's not worth it anymore. It's like when your dog wants to play ball and you try to explain to him that I can't play ball right now. I have to go work or I have to go do this. It's the same thing. It's just not going to make anything. Joseph, what are you drinking tonight, Joseph? And who else is drinking? Put down what you're drinking in the comments. Oh, don't tell me you scared Saiyans away. That would be terrible. I want him to be my guest next week. I got to get in touch with that guy. Now, what else? All right. Do you have to heat those tanks?
Oh yeah. So these 2 pools are actually running off of a home hot water heater. I've got a 100-gallon home hot water heater over there, and I pump water into it and pump it back out again.
I heard you mention that on I think it was Carlos's stream. Royal Fish Aquatics. Love Carlos. Carlos is friggin' great. Right?
I agree.
Please, somebody try to drop Carlos's link for Royal Fish Aquatics. Carlos is a really solid dude. So, hey, big time fish keeper. Good job, brother. I'll be checking out your video tomorrow. Thank you for showing up anyway, man. No, I don't block anybody. I would never block Kyle. I want Kyle on the stream. I want Kyle to be my co-host. I'll do that. We can talk about Opie all day. I would never block Kyle. He might have got drunk and fallen off his chair, but, we've all been there. Vodka? What kind of vodka, Joe? Okay. So, you have a hot water. Yeah, that is a great idea. It's a
great idea until you get the electric bill. Listen, the moment that electric bill comes in, it stops looking like a good idea.
All right, there we go. Here's the bigger question. What are you doing for filtration?
So I have a 275-gallon water storage container. The big white ones with the.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, I gotta interrupt.
Yeah.
Did anybody block Saiyans? Please don't block Saiyans. If any of my moderators block Saiyans, I don't care what stupid things he says. Just leave him here. All right? I like the dude. I'm gonna get him on the stream, and then you can ask him things personally. Don't. You ruin it. Please, moderators. Okay, good. I want to make sure. Please, don't ban the dude. Look, if Ian Ellis well, hold on, let me get it right. Yeah, if Ian Ellis, the comedian, is being nice, yes, okay. There you go. All right, thank you, Saiyans. Okay, now I feel better. Whew. All right, so back to where we were. What do you do for filtration? Yeah, right? Filtration.
All right. Okay, so all the tanks inside are either on sumps or canister filters.
Really?
Much of the canister filters are handmade. We build them here. I don't like to go out and buy a $350 canister filter that I can build for $125. So
I completely understand you on that. And to be honest, some of the ones we can DIY do not. No, I'm not losing my big break. I'm not stupid. Most of they leak anyway.
Right.
No, I had 5 canisters hooked up, and I looked at my electric bill, and I said, I have to just get a big air pump and get rid of these.
Yeah.
That's what I did now, and now I'm about to upgrade this pump to run one pump, all 27 whatever tanks on one pump. And
yeah, I have that running too. I've got that running too, but I run air pumps and sponge filters and canister filters. I got all sorts of shit running in there. But outside these they run through a sand filter up into a 275-gallon tote, from the tote. They get pressured into a trash can and then split out.
Now, did you make a video about that?
Kind of, sort of. Like, it got thrown in the middle of some other stuff. I did mean to make it, and actually, when we moved them in here, I had to cut the PVC. So I'm going to rebuild the PVC, and I will do a video of that, because that way you'll be able to see it go in.
Okay, Patty and Sayans obviously have a little kind of romance going on here. Please, just don't block anybody, all right? And don't nobody get there. No feelings are hurt in this chat. No feelings are hurt. It's relax, everybody, because I can see a war about to start. I want to stop it. But I would figure at some point you now what kind of, you have multiple pumps or just one big pump?
Well, for these, it's just one. It's just one big. I use pool pumps. So people have a tendency to donate pools, and I take those big ass pool pumps and hook them up to filtration, and that gets our water moving.
I bought a pond pump. I bought I bought a pond pump because they're just, and I did a video about it. I hooked it up. It is so freaking quiet compared to that thing I got hanging.
Yeah. Yeah. So I plan on all the tanks inside. As soon as I get some of them settled, and I've got a big 400-gallon that I've got to put up. As soon as I get some of them settled, I'm going to run another 275-gallon water tote and get them all running through that same filter, because this running individual filters is a nightmare. But my fear of that, though, is that if I get one sick tank, I get all sick tanks. So.
Oh, God. This comment, sorry, this. Rat Dog's comment is, I've been married for 20 years and I don't have any feelings anymore. And I'm not taking that as in you don't have any feelings for your wife anymore. I'm taking that as you have no feelings whatsoever. It's just nothing. It's just, the light has been drawn from you. And saying there's nothing wrong with getting your ass eaten. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, it depends on who's doing it, but hey, whatever, to each their own. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's got to be clean, but then again, everything's got to be clean. We used to call that a little, remember, I'm sure, a little tushalingus. A little tushalingus. Now, what do you have to treat, water changes? How many okay, wow, let's try that again. How much water do you change? How often do you change it? What do you add to it? And, oh my God, because I sometimes lose myself 2-3 hours trying to do, the 700 gallons I got, or whatever it is.
I don't do water changes until it needs it. So I don't have a schedule. I just pay attention to my tanks, and as soon as they look like they need a change, I do them. But we have an RO. We have a big commercial RO filter that somebody gave us that we just hook a hose up to it, and as we do water changes, all I do is pop the RO filter hoses into the tank, and they fill right back up again. I do them all by hand, which I don't want to do anymore. Eventually, I'm going to get that worked out to where I can just turn on the tap and call it done. But yeah, it gets monstrous when you have to change these things.
Well, what do you use? How do you do it? Use a Python? You put a power head in there and pump it out real quick?
Well, so the pools have a drain plug, so I just pull the drain plug and I let the water run out, and put something in front of the drain to make sure none of the fish go through. But they're big fish, so you don't really have to worry about losing those guys. And once the water is drained, you just pop it back in and fill it back up again. But the tanks inside, I have a couple of different siphon hoses. I've got smaller ones and bigger ones depending on the size of the tank, and they all run out the window. So I basically just drop them in a tank, clip them there with a pair of pliers, and start the flow.
Yeah. I got the little orange handled clamps. I just clamp the hose, and what I got to do is I can fill it up with, because it's upstairs. You can't pump it upstairs; it won't go. So I can't drain it with the Python. I take a power head with a hose, and luckily, because I got my washer and dryer down here, I have a drain.
Right.
I just stick the hose in the drain, pump them down 25% with the power head, and then I got to go upstairs with the Python and then fill it up. Now, what do you use to treat your water? You use Prime, you use Safe, you use
No, sir.
nothing?
Nothing. It goes through the RO filter. I don't need any of that shit.
That's true. I got to think about getting one of those. And those aren't that expensive anymore.
Yeah, well, the one I have is expensive as hell because it's a big industrial thing. But
Is it the whole house one?
no,
Those are expensive.
well, it could be the whole house one if I wanted to plug it into the house, but no, it's only used for the fish.
Yeah, see the ones that are big, that are that big. Those are pricey. Those are pricey. If you want to do, 50 gallons here and there.
Yeah, those are cheap, and they're not. They're really convenient. I mean, as long as you've got a tap somewhere close, you just turn it on and off you go. It goes through the charcoal first and takes all the chlorine out, and then it goes through the particle filters, and then it goes through the RO filter or the RO membrane.
How many stages? How many stages?
Mine is 5.
Yeah, that's nice because you can get the cheaper 3-stage ones, but they're not as efficient.
Yeah. Well, and I haven't had to change a filter in 8 months. So
that's not bad.
Yeah, it's probably getting to be a time where I'm going to have to. But the RO membrane is good for another at least 10,000 gallons. So,
Ian, I will watch that video, but I'll watch that in private. All right, I'll watch that in private. And look, sometimes my chats get a little, but whatever. I love all these people. Yeah, I can imagine. Sayings. Okay. Now, like I was going to say, you already mentioned one with your with the canister filters. What else do you do to save money? What other DIY? I mean, I see you got the pools behind you. That's a great way to save money. I'm so jealous of people that have the room to do that.
Yeah. Listen, we DIY everything. We make our own fish food. We make our own filters. All of our filtration is lava rock and pillow stuffing.
So you like the lava rock. A lot of people love that. I remember Joey did that video where he used the lava rock.
Yeah,
there's so much space, natural space for bacteria on that stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah, and if you're going to start a new tank, all you do is go grab a handful of lava rock and drop it in the filter, and boom, you're ready to go. So,
Now, how often do you have to start up a new tank?
All the damn time. All the time. We get new fish in all the time. Every time somebody brings in a new fish, we start up a new tank. And eventually, that fish will find its way into one of the community tanks, or it'll get adopted out, or it'll end up in one of the pools. But yeah, pretty much every time somebody brings in a fish, we either start up a bin. We've got a bunch of 33-gallon bins that we put fish in when they first come in the front door, and then depending on what kind of fish it is, it'll either go in its own tank that we set up a full tank, or it'll go into one of the community tanks. So yeah, all the time.
Now, how do people even know where you are? How do people know, here's a guy that rescues fish?
They find us. Okay, well, so they find us via the website a lot. Only in the last 2 weeks they haven't, and here's a story. So some Russian hackers hacked our website and put a ransomware on our website. Now, the comedy of this is that you spent the time to hack a fish rescue's website, who has no goddamn money. So why would you even bother? But yeah. So anyway, they hacked us, and then wanted like $5,000, and I told them to screw off. I'm a web designer, so I'll just rebuild it.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Dude.
Anyway, that's how they found us a lot.
Because I know IFG got hacked a while back.
Hey, I don't get it, man. I mean, if you're gonna hack somebody, pick somebody with money. I mean, why would you hack a freaking fish rescue? I'll send you a couple of guppies if you'll put it back, but that's the best you're getting out of me. So anyway, ridiculous. I don't understand. I don't get it.
That is Nightwave Radio. Shalom. I assume you're a Lycanite. Nice to see you. Please be nice because I have a guest. Lorcan. Yes, I will keep an eye out for that email. Patty, it's okay if you offend a little bit. Don't worry. No hurt feelings in here, okay? Cut it out. Ricky says it was good. He went skinny dipping in 20-degree weather. Dude.
No, thank you.
No way. My testicles are too big to do that. They would just explode. I was born with extremely large testicles, in case anyone didn't notice on my stream.
Thank you so much for that tip, Vin.
Hey, it happens. Sometimes I sit on them. It's very uncomfortable. Okay, I had another question. Dude, you mentioned ponds. Now, I see two behind you. How many ponds do you have? And do you breed fish just because it happens?
Yeah, I don't breed fish because the last thing I need is more fish. But I do get lots of breeding that just happens on its own. We've got a lot of Texas cichlids and a lot of flower horns and a lot of convict cichlids. I have more convict cichlids than I'll ever know what to do with.
Those are the only fish I can get to breed. Up until 2 months ago or a month ago, I got little endlers to breed. Convicts were the only thing I get to breed. I've tried every other. Here's a pair of these, The male just kills the female, and then he kills my plants, and then I'm done.
Man, that sucks. But I think at some point there are a couple of pools that I'm going to put up as breeder pools specifically.
How many pools do you have?
What's that?
How many pools do you have?
Well, we've got the two pools here. I've got a 25-foot round out in the yard that's not quite finished, set up yet, and
the 25 round, like the above ground, the round pool thing, like
it's a swimming pool.
Yeah. But how deep is that? That thing's got to have a lot of water in it.
It's got a lot of water in it. Yeah.
How much?
Actually, at the moment, it does not have a lot of water in it, but it will have a lot of water in it.
How much water is it going to be in there?
I think it is 3,000 by itself. I think.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. You can go swimming with the fishies in there.
Absolutely. Everybody asks me if they can jump in with these guys, and I'm like, well, I'll tell you what. If you scrub down really well, wash all the soap off of you, and don't wear deodorant, maybe I'll let you sit in there for a minute. But
then you got to worry about the conditioner and the hair and you know all the other weird stuff on people. People are gross. People are gross. To be honest,
people are grosser than fish for sure.
Of course.
Fish
is in the bathtub all day long. ISP wants to know. I hate stupid. V wants to know if is it 3 inches deep or 4 inches deep.
It's 3.
The pool. Yeah, the pool.
The pools are
the 25 footer.
18 inch. Oh, the 25 footer is a 3-foot pool. It's 3 foot high.
Nice. See, that's always a woman's got to ask about size, though.
But yeah, it's either 3 or 4 foot high. Actually, I'm not sure. I need a ladder to get up in it.
I wish I had the room for that. I live in a co-op, a condo, so I did sneak in a 50-gallon pond. I did do that because I have a little garden. I bought one of them big Rubbermaid block totes, slammed it into the ground, put some rocks around it, put some tall plants in the front so they couldn't see, ran an extension cord under the friggin' grass, and I got away with it for 2 years. So, you know, what saying, you're just such a polite guy.
What happened after 2 years?
Sayings, are you coming on my live stream? I want you to be my guest next week. I want you to be my guest next week. Please be my guest, and we can drink together. And then you won't have the only guest you can insult is you. Okay. I personally am very honored to have Mike here. I got turned on to Mike way back in the day when I saw Florida Fish Rescue. I was like, ooh, let me check this dude out. Please, everybody subscribe. I hope you pick up a bunch of subscribers through this. And if the audio comes out good, I'm gonna re-upload it. You serious, Sayings? Next Saturday, 9:30. I'm sorry, I'm trying to wheel and deal too. All right, we got to save money to ponds. Now, so your neighbors had a problem with your ponds?
No, the neighbors were fine. So we have this thing down here in Florida where the neighborhood yard police like to walk around and do stuff even though they haven't had an actual call. So, they like to preempt a call.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously you're doing some really terrible things over there that we need to crack down on.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you need to be taught a lesson. Did they knock on your door and go, "Excuse me, can I see your papers?"
Essentially they did exactly that, but they woke me up at 7:30 in the goddamn morning on a Saturday, which I did not think was very nice of them.
Why did they do that?
Because they're rat bastards, Vinny, because they have no common sense.
The last time I had the cops knock on my door, they couldn't do it. I was home at 5:30 there on a Saturday. They could have knocked on my door at 5, 6, 7, 8. Now they wait till 2:30 in the friggin' morning to start banging on my door to ask me a question. They're like, "Where's this person?" I said, "That person has not lived here. I've not dated that person in 4 years. What are you doing? Why are you knocking on my door?" And they got that knock. Like, why do they got to make us feel like we're the bad guy? Why do I'm a grown man. I'm 50 years old.
There's an answer to that, Vinny, and the answer is because they are the bad guy and they have nothing better to do with their time.
I mean, I'm 50 years old and they scare the crap out of me. I feel like I'm back in high school and I'm in school and I'm sitting in one of them little chairs and shit. It's like, oh, what did I do? I didn't do anything. Like, even if my kid's teacher calls me, I'm like, oh my God, I'm in trouble. What did I do? No, I saw, I don't know if you've ever seen the kid, The Fanatic. He's a friend. I don't know if you know the Florida people. Do you know the Florida YouTubers? Like, do you know, like, Paul Cafaro and
I know a few here and there. Yeah.
Because you're down there with those guys. Now, who else? Ricky from PB Aquatics is down in Florida, too. I don't know if you guys know each other.
Actually, no, we don't. We probably should.
But yeah, you guys should. I'm doing a contest with Ricky. We got to shoot a video together tomorrow because I've had 2 weeks from hell, and I've been every time the guy's ready, I've been like, my kid's got to go do this, and there's 16 inches of snow, and then I had to go to Long Island on Friday, and it was during a snowstorm, 2.5 hours away, and then we got stuck on the bridge for an hour. Have you ever stopped on a bridge during a really windy snowstorm in New York? Patty, how about you? For 2 hours? No, for an hour. We said 45 minutes. Let me not get crazy. We sat there for 45 minutes on the bridge. When you can feel the bridge moving, and no one's moving at all. Like, I kept saying Godzilla was coming. I kept pointing out I kept telling Pete and Bob Godzilla is coming. Okay, Ash wants to know, what is the biggest tank at the rescue?
It's got to be this pool right here, and I guess it's 3,000. Well, no, it's probably more like 2,500 gallons, I think.
Look, see, that's the thing. When you go to talk about what size the tank is, like my 55 gallon isn't 55 gallons. That's just based on the outside, like. When you actually put water, like Joey has that big aquarium. When you actually figure it out, it's not as big, like he even explained it. It's not as big as you would think it would be.
Yeah, well,
but
and
that's with every tank.
Like a pool like this, you don't keep it 100% full either. I've got 4 inches of water that could be filled up, but I'm not gonna because it's just extra water I have to keep that I don't want to have to keep.
You got jumpers?
I have a couple of cichlids that from time to time launch themselves up pretty good, but I haven't had anybody jump out of this pool. The couple of jumpers I've had, I lost a Negro trigger a couple of weeks ago because he jumped out of the salt tank.
That sounded borderline racist.
No.
Okay, yeah. I know. It's a joke, everybody. It's a freaking joke. Calm down. I lost a beautiful gar. An alligator gar, and that's the thing with the canisters. I had the power go off one day, the canister starts backflowing, and for some reason the arowana, there's a space this big, and this 12-inch arowana figured out he could jump through.
Wow.
No. All right, hold on, I got to deal with something in chat. We're gonna, where'd it go? Sayins Saiyans is not Ian. Okay, Saiyans is Saiyans. I know who Saiyans is. Okay, trust me. I like Saiyans. Joe might not like him, but I like him. Ian is a different guy. Ian is being very nice tonight. Yeah, listen, if you guys want to argue with Saiyans, that's fine, but you can wait till next weekend because he's going to be my guest next Saturday. And we're going to talk about all kinds of things, especially a bunch of old O&A things. Saiyans, I tried to get Opie to come on, but you know how Opie is. Okay. Now, I asked that. How can people help the rescue? Like,
well, so we get a lot of physical property donations. Like I get tanks, I get stands, I get bits and pieces, filters here and there. So the biggest help we get is some of the things that we get donated. But we're an actual 501c3, right? So we can give you a tax write-off for a donation.
Oh, really? That's big. Dude, that's big.
Yeah.
Like, that's like legitimate, like you're legitimate now. Because that's not easy to get for some people.
We're the real thing. We're not just some panty wasted.
No, I don't mean it that way. I mean, sometimes it's really hard to get that.
Yeah, no, we're registered and we're the real deal. We're also in the process of figuring out our invasive species license so that nobody can yell at us for keeping something that isn't allowed.
I was just going to ask you about that. I was going to say, how do you deal with how do you deal with the invasive species? Can you keep that? I mean,
we do just keep them. So if an invasive species comes in, we will keep it. We'll make sure that it is in a safe environment where it's not going to end up in an estuary, and hopefully someone who also has an invasive species license and wants big fish will come along and adopt them. I don't want to keep them forever, but we will.
Tell everybody what an estuary is.
Oh, an estuary is any water that comes into a natural estuary is any water that is has natural habitat in it and that can also flow out into the seawater. They're usually freshwater or brackish water. As they get in deeper, they're very freshwater, and that's where all of Florida's real native species live, is in the estuary. And
I just learned that word about 6 months ago when I was trying to do a video on brackish and pumpers and things like that. I learned that, and that's amazing. And I've seen how that water meets together too.
It's cool, right?
Oh my God, dude!
You can actually see it. Like if you're up high enough and looking down, you can actually see the fresh and the salt water combining.
It's mind blowing. Now, on a little bit with that, there's a theory. Okay, the theory is we're told that the moon creates the tides, yet there's no tides like in fresh water, like in a lake or anything like. I think the salt, and I think under the ocean, at the bottom of the ocean, there's a layer that's called super salinity. It's super salt water. Yep. And as that heats up and contracts because of the sunlight during the day, that is what actually causes the tides.
I think that might be part of it, but I'm convinced that, we call the amount of salt water in water gravity. And the reason for that is it actually does have to do with its weight and its ability to be affected by other gravity. So the moon is going to move salt water much more than it's going to move fresh water.
That's true. Salt water is heavier than fresh water.
Yeah.
That's right, Joe. Estuaries. Look, everybody's kind of being nice. Saiyans, how do I get in touch, just before he leaves, because God forbid he's drinking, how do I get in touch with you for next week's stream? Saiyans, answer me. Now, hold on. What do you have planned for the rest of 2021 for the rescue?
I don't know. I mean, we don't really. The plan is just to continue doing what we do, and hopefully being able to continue doing what we do. I mean,
to be honest, we're kind of all in that boat right now.
We're what?
we're all in that boat right now, where we kind of I just want to get back to work like I used to do.
Yeah. Well, listen, this COVID, and you wouldn't think so, but it's actually killed my internet business. You know, I own a little web development and programming company.
Oh.
And
you want to hear? Okay. Yeah, I can, but you got to be, because nobody's doing anything.
Nobody's doing anything there, and you would think that you would think that people would be trying to build websites to move their storefront business over into into an actual business.
Look, I'm a sign guy. I make signs. I made signs for Steve Madden, for Lacoste, for Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, Rolex. You name the biggest things in the world, I've done their signs. I did the World League of Football. I hand painted every goddamn thing for the World League of Football 20 years ago. Yeah. I've been doing sayings. I'm not texting your agent Ian. I mean, I would just because I like Ian, but just tell me how to get in touch with you. Don't be shy. Okay, you know you want it. Just don't be shy. Come on, we can do this thing together. So. This whole last year has been crazy. No one wants to open a new business right now, so it trickles down. My suppliers aren't supplying anybody anything. Designers, architects. I deal with designers and architects all the time, and it's just no one's doing anything.
Nobody's doing anything. Everybody's holding on to their money because they're scared.
Yeah,
you know, so
I don't blame them.
Yeah, so instead of branching out, everybody's putting away nest eggs, and that has just killed us, man. I mean, I don't even think it's nest eggs. I think a lot of the people that would normally do stuff are just trying to they're using the money they would to just pay off bills because there's no income coming in. That's fair, absolutely. You know, I'm desperately trying not to go under. I've got a couple of little jobs this month.
I told everybody. Sometimes I got to go on unemployment because we're slow. What my boss will do is he'll try to schedule everything for 2 weeks so I can have 2 weeks of work, get paid, and then be able to claim unemployment for another 2 weeks and then go back on work. Instead of, I can't work 5 hours, 3 hours a day. Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. Patty. Yes, I can do custom side work with the signs. I definitely can. Plus, I'm also trying to build aquariums, sumps, all kinds. I mean, Patty, basically, I'll come strip at your house if there's enough money involved in it. At this point, I got kids to support. But I'm doing a sign for Ben Ochart right now, which hopefully gets me some other people that want me to do a backdrop for them or whatever. But it's just people that are. Ian, I'll make a sign for you. I don't care if you're broke. The only thing I ask anybody to deal with is the shipping. But I'll get you a discount on shipping because, like I said, my company, we ship everywhere. We have discount shippers. You're not paying what you do from. No, my car is a 1995 Jeep with a V8 318. It's a Jeep Grand Cherokee. It is a beast. The snow doesn't bother me whatsoever. But the gas mileage, and do I really think I want to drive that? DoorDash? Come on, I got too much talent to do DoorDash. I mean, really, I really do. No, because I can do plumbing, I can do electrical, I can put an addition on your friggin' house. I can make you a sign. I can fix your car. I can give your mom a massage. Whatever. It's all good. And listen, maybe she needs it. You know, no, I don't really want to just ask. I really don't like dealing with, I don't want to deal with people and have to worry about
that massaging mom thing. I think that's definitely your new path.
Well, yeah, that's a win-win situation for everybody. You know, but I want cash though. They're listening. So no. No, I want it all to be above ground. I want them to take my taxes because God forbid they don't get enough of my money. Side work. I know it's side work, but I could put a door in. The problem is no one's spending any money. No one's spending any money.
No,
especially up here in Connecticut. New York, I told you guys, I go through New York. There's nobody out there. Yeah, I make because I have a CNC machine, so I can cut out all the half-inch, 3/4-inch plexi. I get the plexi at a really good price because I'm a sign guy. I get a trade discount. I have glue better than you guys are ever gonna get because you got it like, you know. I can do electrical. I'm a UL certified electrician kind of guy. I can do anything. I'm about to make I'm about to make an acrylic aquarium with a with the top and all that. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna try to get it. Tony said I could put it in fishbowl. Joe, I can send you a sign that has a jumping spider on it. I can't actually send you a jumping spider because jumping spiders creep me the fuck out.
Hey,
dude.
I can send you from jumping spider. We have them down here, plenty of them. If you really want a jumping spider, I will make sure you get one. Just let me know.
Hey, Joseph, you definitely need to talk to Mike if you want a jumping spider now. See, I got the hookup.
I mean, I can't promise you it'll be tame, but
no, Joseph Marine, he's an ex-sniper. 8 years as a sniper. I'm pretty sure that's his boy. They'll be rolling. You know, they'll be bad boys for life. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They make good target practice too, I'm sure.
Oh God. Yeah, like I see what the people. You're allowed to do anything to the iguanas down there, right? The invasive iguanas, like you. There's no law saying no, you can't do this to them. Like if you want to put a firecracker up his ass and blow him up, you can do that. You want to throw him off a bridge.
I think that still falls into animal abuse. I'm pretty sure. They.
While we're on that, here we're gonna really stir up some controversy now. You're down in Florida. I did a poll like a month ago, and I got like 70, 80 responses. I was going to do an objective video on Zach Catch 'em All fishing. I'm sure you must have seen one of his videos of him going down there shooting those iguanas with a crossbow.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
So, I'm okay with the crossbow thing. I don't know about the firecracker thing, but that
was my idea.
As long as it's a quick death, I don't care. You know, if you shoot them into space and it's fast and whatever. That's that way about the pythons too.
That's kind of way I look at it. I'm in the video because I am going to do the video because I have to. I'm going to be honest about it. I think he's a little immature and a little goofy, but I think that's what his people want to see. So I don't, hey, look at Hollywood. You got 30-year-olds playing teenagers in half of these movies. That's so, right. Yeah, why is it even any different? And he comes from a background of being a fisherman.
Hey,
at 14, he won. What happened?
That says all those things that you just mentioned that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
She'd like you to come down here and act as my surrogate and do all that shit because I probably won't.
Dude, I would love to. I would love to come. All I need is, I got kids. That's the problem. I got teenagers. They want something fancy. I would live in an RV. I don't care.
Yeah. Actually, living in an RV sounds like a pretty good thing to me. If I could figure out a way to get all my fish in them, if I could strap pool to my RV, I might go driving around.
That's why you need those windows that pop out. You just fill them up. You go tanked on them and fill them up.
Yeah, I'm going to be driving down the road in my RV with like 9 trailers behind me, and every one of the trailers is going to be full of fish.
Hey, look, Adele, if Sayans put up a crate, did he put a link to his channel? Look, nobody's going to. Be nice, Sayans, okay? That's all I'm saying.
So nice. Are you sure that's the same Sayans? That could just be some.
No, that's Sayans. I know that's Sayans. I know it is. I know 100%. I feel it. Yeah. And I know it's out of left field, and that's something else I wasn't expecting. I do want to give Ian Ellis credit for being such a gentleman tonight. It's awesome. Don't worry, I will get to you though, Ian, because I got to give you a little respect too later on, but we're not done yet. Now, how was the lockdown affected the fish rescue? Like, obviously, you can't just run to people's houses and be like, "I'm here."
Listen, I'm in Florida. We have a governor who doesn't believe that the virus exists, so there is no lockdown.
Look, I think he believes it exists, like I do. I believe it exists, but I do not believe it's a reason to shut down a world.
Yeah,
we didn't shut down the world for AIDS. AIDS is way scarier than this. We didn't know it.
For precaution. It is a reason for precaution. And people should take precaution. But you know how the world works, man. Every law on the books is because the dumbest person on the planet did something stupid and we had to write a law about it. It's the same thing with the virus. You know, if people were smart enough to social distance and put a damn mask on and stay away from each other.
Hold on. Wait a minute, brother. I don't mean to disagree with you, but I am a believer in herd immunity. I am a believer that we need to just spread this out and let people get it through their system and get people that way through herd immunity because wait, let me finish. Because as it mutates, it gets easier to spread, but less deadly.
But you kill a lot of people in the process.
No, actually, I don't believe that. I have to be honest. I don't. I think that's bullshit.
Really?
We had less deaths last year worldwide than we did the year before. That's not what happens in a pandemic. Look how many people died of the flu last year. What is it, 18 this year? Dude, listen to me. I know people personally that died of cancer that the hospital said it was COVID. Okay, I don't believe that. I think that is a fear factor. Dude, where's the death rate now? Where is it now? Why all of a sudden, AIDS? You still got a problem. You know, real like Ebola, which just had an outbreak. You still have a problem. But this one here, it is the flu. It's a flu combined with something else. It's a biological weapon. Give me 2 seconds. It was created in South Carolina under a grant by Bill Gates. We got up to COVID-17. The Obama administration put a moratorium on it because the scientists that were doing it said we cannot make these kind of viruses. So what they did was, during a moratorium, they took that $3.1 million, Dr. Fauci, the CDC, which is a private company, and they sent it to Wuhan. And they waited for the right moment to release it because they had to get rid of someone. Period. Now, AIDS was created, we all know, by Dr. Gallo at Fort Detrick, Maryland. And the reason they got it in Africa wasn't from a monkey. It was because the Red Cross went over there with smallpox vaccines that were infected with the AIDS virus. Anyway.
All right, so hold on. I'm going to do what I do with my best buddy who comes over all the fucking time, who believes a lot of those things. I'm going to say this. This is not a political channel. We should probably avoid.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. This is my channel. We talk all kinds of shit here, but it's nothing. It's just a conversation.
Yeah.
It's just a conversation. No, but the point is, we should be able to talk like this and still be friends.
No, absolutely.
It really shouldn't divide us, because we're all Sayans wishes Opie got it. The Sayans. Let me ask you, what happened to Opie? Why does he look like that now? Why did he grow his hair out all stringy and he wears that cap now? What happened to him? Opie used to be a pretty boy. I know he had tits, but he was still a pretty boy. But anyway, no, we should be able to talk about anything. Like,
Absolutely.
And we used to do that. It used to be fun. You know,
Yeah.
Like, look, we did it about sports.
That's true.
Yeah, it's no big deal. I don't. Oh my God! Now I'm a bad person. You're a bad person. Why does it come to that? That's the thing I see that's a problem with kids. My daughter got into a fight with another kid. In our day, they would separate us, and we would actually become friends later on. How many kids you had a fight with did you? But now they separate you. They grab your phone and they forbid you from ever talking to that person again.
That's true.
And
That's
some
true.
of those people are your best friends.
Yeah. No, I remember back in the day we would get in a fight, go have a beer, and that was the end of it. You know.
How many times were you playing touch football and somebody tackled and all of a sudden there's a big fight and then the next thing you guys were laughing and just, you know, that's just how it was. And girls, you guys fight too. Don't pretend you don't. And it's really hot when you do.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to people, now you have to go to people's houses to pick up the fish, and you make them bring them to you, or do you have to? Is it like some?
Depends what they are. Like big fish, I frequently we usually go get big fish because people don't know how to transport them.
All right, good question. What do you transport them in while we're there?
Well, it depends on how big the fish is. If it's bucketable, then it goes in a bucket. You know, like I take Oscars home in buckets all the time.
Well, what do you? Are you bringing a Nissan Sentra? You got a truck? You got a mini?
I personally drive a 2002 Daewoo. So
Daewoo?
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't find a dildo with wheels?
Exactly
yeah.
right.
That's
And actually, it's not even a Daewoo anymore. It's called a Delwoo because my mechanic's name is Del, and he has more blood in that car than it has, mechanic.
I bet he rebuilt that car. Them Southern boys know what to do. Hey?
Yep.
Where did it come? What's that, the Korean car? Is that a Korean car?
It is, yeah.
You know what? Actually, the South Koreans, those LG products are really good.
Listen, that car is in great. Well, let me rephrase that. It's not in great shape, but it runs well.
Yeah, dude, you don't got hills down there. You're not going up any mountains. You're not towing anything with it.
It's true. That is true. But I have a buddy of mine, Chuck Terry, who I should give a shout out to, even though he's probably not watching this. Chuck Terry, who owns a truck and a trailer and is my biggest help all the time when it comes to going to get stuff. He, I'll give him a ring and say, "Hey, man, I got to go pick this thing up," and he'll curse at me, but then he'll stick his trailer on his truck and come give me a ride. And he deserves all the props in the world. The guy's amazing.
Hold on. Vinny gets me weak? No, not gonna lie. Weak in what way? Joseph's Tanktopia, fight, drink, fight again, drunk, grapple, spar, drink some more. Yeah, that's all. That's what we do. We're men. We're men. We're like dinosaurs. Yeah, the stream does kind of, but we're going to get back to the fish in 1 second. Don't worry. No, but what I was saying about the lockdown is, was there a point where people would be like, they call you on a payphone, you'd have to meet them at a certain time, and they'd be like, okay, I'm making the drop off at the corner or whatever, and then they'd watch you from their car as you come grab their fish?
It's never quite that weird, but
have you ever got a weird one, like, here, come rescue my fish, and you show up and it's some 80-year-old guy in a boa and there's no fish, and he's just like, hey.
Honestly, no, I really haven't. I have had just some of the sweetest people on the planet. I really have not had any freaks yet. I don't doubt that eventually we will, but so far.
Now that I brought it up, it's going to happen, and I want to hear about it. I definitely want to hear about it.
So now I'm going to have to deal with it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it's things like that that make life worth living. Maybe it'll be you're married anyway, so it doesn't matter. It could be an 80-year-old woman too. She could be like the landlord in our Kingpin. You want these fish?
Nice.
Right now, do you only rescue fish, or do you have your own? Do you have your own fish? Like, this is my tank. These are my fish. This has nothing to do with the rescue.
Yeah, there are some residents here that will not leave. There are a couple of Oscars that, like, if I've named a fish, he's probably staying. So.
No. I only started naming fish when I started making videos.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid.
Now we have guys that are named like this big 3-foot cat. This big 3-foot catfish over here.
Sayings. The catfish doesn't want to see your tape right now. Relax with the tape, brother. All right. What are you? You're probably packing a weird uncut Puerto Rican 6. What are you looking to show it off for? All right. I mean, your girl's all right. I gotta admit, I've seen your girl. She's all right. All right, she's put together well. I will say that. I have nothing but nice things to say about your girl. So tell her not to be depressed, because this weirdo that talks about fish and is gonna have you on next week thinks she's all right. Plus, she does the laundry. Jesus, that's a home run right there. I know it's just audio. I get it. I'm gonna hear you do, like, you know, you're going to do audio stuff, but you're going to do it with your voice. You know? I get it. I'm going to listen to it afterward. Listen, Saints, if you want me and you to get together, we can do it. Listen, how about next weekend I do a reaction video, and then we go into the live stream. Me and you, we do the reaction, and then we bring. No, I kind of want to see this. I kind of want to listen to it because I know this dude's going to sound really weird. All right? Yeah. Did you talk about Opie or Norton? Or do you do the role play? I bet you pretended you were Anthony. Anthony with the big tuna can. See, that's what you pretended you were. But your wife's too old for that. I know it's a quick tape, dude. If you're having sex, I know it's a quick tape. All right, I know. I didn't think you were Mr. Stamina. All right.
Oh, hey.
I saw that. See? Look, I'm saying, even the fish is getting a little freaked out, all right?
And somebody's ramming the tank.
I will listen. The audience, well, you don't know my audience, brother. My audience and the O&A audience are similar but not the same. Ricky, the new tank, actually both new tanks are doing great. The little, I got a 3-gallon and I got a 5-gallon. Just to put little grow outs in. Like I said, my endlers had babies, so I'm going to put them in the 3-gallon. Saying, relax, I have a guest right now. After the guest, I will warn everybody and I will play your tape. No, don't do that. Don't be like Sam. Or I don't want, come on. All right? Don't be like that. I have ladies that I respect in here, and if they don't want it, I can't do that to them. All right, I can't do that. All right, just like I wouldn't jerk off in front of your wife unless you guys invited me. Right? I wouldn't just show up and do it. That would be rude. Good night, Joseph. Smart man. Now, as far as your favorite personal fish, like what do you like the most? And wait, I gotta get back to what puffers do you have?
Oh, I guess we have green spotted puffers, we have figure 8 puffers, we've got bee puffers, we've got a Tahitian something puffer in the saltwater tank.
Oh, what is that? What is that?
I don't know. He's really pretty, man. He's got a blue and purple top and a yellow belly and this long snout that kind of looks like I don't even know how to explain it. But he's a cool looking puffer, man. But he's a saltwater guy.
No, I have salt. So you have saltwater and freshwater.
Oh yeah. That big 25-foot pool. I think I'm going to make that a salt pool because I get cold. People
watch out though. Watch out. That salt eats through that stuff.
Huh?
That salt has a tendency to eat through some of that stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Salt, that's the only thing I would worry about at that.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay with these pools, and if not, then eventually we'll move them into something bigger. I've got a 400-gallon tank inside that I'm currently using as a table because I couldn't find a place to fit it. So
I use my dryer as a table. I have a 20 long hooked up on my. I have a dryer that doesn't work, and I have a dryer that does work. I'm too lazy to schlep that friggin' dryer out of here, so I have a 20-gallon on top of it. Sayings, after my guest, I will deal with. I promise you, I will deal with your thing. Relax, just have a drink, enjoy it. Look, you would like a fish tank, Sayings. You get fucked up and hammered. You sit back, you watch the fish. It's beautiful, all right. But I'm not going to disrespect my guest like that, okay? I've already dropped in enough non sequiturs in here. Let's Now wait, how do you ship? Like, or is it only pickup? Like, if somebody wants a fish, would you ship it?
You know, small fish I might ship. I really haven't yet. I did have a fellow who asked me to ship him some flower horns, and I don't know, it just kind of went awry. I couldn't figure out a price, a shipping price that was viable without, if you're only going to ship a couple of fish, it's really damned expensive to overnight it. It's like $60. But if you're gonna ship a lot of fish, then you can. We've got an airport close by, and I can actually take them to air freight, and it's about half that price. But I wouldn't do it for just a couple of fish, So, and I'd never ship a big fish because I don't think they'd make it. But I mean, we drive to go get fish all the time. Like we've driven across the state a couple of different times.
What's the farthest you've gone?
Yeah, clear across the state, I guess. Up and north, probably.
Yeah, but clear across the state could be you could go left or right, or you can go up and down.
Yeah,
Which one have you been down like to the bottom of the little thing and like?
Yes, I down to the Keys. Yes.
Yes.
Not to pick up a fish, but I've definitely been down to the Keys.
My father loved Puerto Rico and the Keys. Loved it.
Yeah,
loved it.
The Keys is nice. It is.
If
nice.
you saw my father, his skin was whiter than the screen. A little white. They're like the Navinis Aquatics letters. And he would go sit on these beaches, and I would never understand it. Because he would come back, he would look like a friggin' tomato.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But he loved it. And he never got used to it. Same with me. I can get dark arms, and my face will tan, but my chest will always look like Casper the Ghost.
Well,
100%.
I'm one of those swarthy Europeans that can get really dark, or Mediterraneans.
What are you?
I turn into a black man.
What are you?
Italian, Jewish, and German.
Oh, I'm Italian, Irish, and Polish.
Yeah. Well, that's why you're such a white boy.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Irish. Oof. And the weird thing is, if I use Irish Spring soap, my chest breaks out. Hello, Electric Jigaboo. I really don't think that's appropriate, my friend. Sayings, do you happen to know the what is it? All right, somebody help me what these stupid people are called again. The acolytes or the whatever. With the guy with the weird eyes. My boy. Sayings, do you know these people? Because I don't think they really mean shalom when they say shalom. PB, how are you doing? PB, you're in Florida. I was just talking to a Mike about you. PB just joined us. You guys should definitely get to know each other.
Get to know each other. What's up, man?
Oh, yeah. Dude, PB is great. I can't say enough good things about him. Give who a wrench. So sayings, you're what? All right, whatever, dude. I don't care. You just better come on. You said you were coming on the stream, so you better give your word. Don't do what? No, I can't give. I'm sorry, I cannot give Electric Jigaboo a wrench. That's just even I have to draw the line somewhere. I mean, not that I don't like Electric Jigaboo. I mean, yeah, I like Unite. That's right. I like Unite. I'm sorry, I forgot that because it's so fucking stupid. Okay? I mean, it really is. No, I'm not. Adele, I promise you, I'm not going to do it. I only gave Sayings one because we go back. I'll explain it to you in Messenger how far back I've been watching Sayings. And me and the guys at work used to talk about Sayings all the time when we listened to his stuff because he was the only one to have updates on stuff. So I can't wait to go tell Pete and Dan that Sayings was actually in my chat, and he is gonna come on, right? Listen, Electric Jigaboo, don't tell Adele to settle down, all right? Don't, because Adele can probably take you, okay? Hey, listen, one thing, you be kind to the women in my live chat. That's probably the only thing I will have a problem with, is if you try to you try to buck up to the girls, because that's just freaking gay. So don't do it. Right. Predatory Fins is in Florida too. You know Predatory Fins?
Kind of, sort of. I've run across, I guess, but I don't really know him now. I've run across him a couple times. I had a chat or had a phone call in with him because I was trying to find a pike cichlid a couple of months back, but I guess I didn't have him at the time. I don't know. It was just a call.
Who actually one of those? I wasn't sure if it was IFG or somebody. I saw somebody with a video. Those are awesome. Those are really cool.
They are really cool fish, and they're absolutely incredible freaking predators. Just a joy to watch. I like those guys.
The chat room's getting a little rowdy.
I tell you what, you have probably the most diverse audience I've seen on any of the other fish fish rooms. It's
if anything, dude, I'm different. I mean, no offense to anybody, but I just want to be me. I don't want to be anybody else. I'm just doing my own thing. Yeah, don't call her a bitch. And now, he didn't call you a bitch, Dell. He kind of said you were being a bitch, which is I would take as a compliment. I definitely would. And Dell, I know you can handle yourself. Don't worry about it. I'm the freaking guy that made the OFR video, and I made you a moderator tonight. So that obviously, I don't take sides in a divorce like that. So Adele, you've always been great to me. So whatever. I don't rub people the wrong way. Sayings, I will play your video after I'm done with my guest. I promise. I give you my word. If it's really good, I might watch it twice. Don't worry. I'll give everybody a chance to understand what's going on. I have a nice guest. I've been talking to Mike for a while, and both of us got busy and stuff, and now I'm glad I had him on. And everybody better subscribe to his channel and check out what he's doing and support the rescue, because there's some really cool stuff there.
Definitely subscribe. I'm getting better at these freaking videos. I'm still not putting out as fast as I should, but I got other stuff to do, so I'm sorry if I'm not quick.
It takes you, from what I read, it takes you 100 videos to even slightly feel comfortable and start hitting your groove.
Yeah.
So, and the dude, I listen to a dude, he's Roberto Blake. He does a lot of social media posts and how to succeed on YouTube and how to do this. And he said, look at Mr. Beast. He had 100 videos out. He had 800 subscribers. Ricky, you can be my guest. I'll have you as a guest, Ricky. After, yes, on the show, Sayings, on the show, is when I say I'm done with the interview with Mike, my special guest from Florida Fish Rescue. Everybody go subscribe. Did I do that? I will, Sayings, I'll just get your shit ready. I'll bring you up when he's done. I'll go to 5 o'clock in the morning with you tonight, motherfucker, okay? All right, I got a full bottle of vodka. Let's go. All right, and then we can call Opie together. And when he answers the phone, we can say bitch tits and hang up on him. Don't worry about it. Okay, relax, brother. We're not going away. You ain't going to sleep. All right, you're still here. Okay, I got rid of all my questions. We did all, but we have more questions.
I definitely should have gone and gotten a fucking rum and coke before I came.
Yeah, you definitely should. You can still go get one if you want. I'll pause everybody. That's how we do it here.
And I'm getting drunk before we go.
It seems to be the norm these days. Yeah, PB, definitely go subscribe to Mike, and Mike will subscribe back to you, and you guys should get to know each other, because I definitely think you guys should have a great relationship. He's down in Florida himself. PB is a great dude. You'll love this dude. Oh yeah, you'll love this dude.
I'm sure I've watched his channel a number of times. Sure.
Yeah, he's doing some good things. I mean, he's a newer channel, and yeah, everybody subscribe to PB too. What are you doing? Another Shalom, Morgan Stavros. I love that name, Stavros. Go give me a gyro. Chop, son.
Did you just fucking say gyro?
Yes.
Man, Eero, dude.
Oh, Eero. I'm sorry. I'm the ugly American. Look, I think I was raised to think the Greeks stood on the toilet when they went poop, so I don't know where I got that from. No, one of my best friends, Pete, who's been in a couple of videos. Pete is Greek. He's still got property over in Greek. And Joe, Joe left, but Joe's 10 Topics is actually Greek too, or partially Greek.
Yeah, I wish I had more time to spend on YouTube. I really do. I get crazy freaking busy. I get these, I get these little short breaks where I go pop on and I watch a bunch of DIY stuff to see if there's something I don't know yet. And I try to pop onto a few channels, yours for instance, and give a what's up. But I just my time is so limited that I just don't get enough time to either post videos or even hang out and just watch them, which I'd love to do a lot more of.
Oh my God, I'm so good. I look. All right, hold on. I'm gonna look at my thing right now. It's 100 notifications in 20 minutes. I showed Joe the other day. I had 6,000 notifications. How am I gonna watch 6,000 videos?
Right?
How? Stop. Number one, people, stop posting 4 or 5 times a day. All right. You're being inconsiderate. No, I'm serious. What the fuck is wrong with you people? I gotta watch 5 fucking videos of yours in a day? What's wrong with you? Are you all strung out? Every 2 or 3 days. Give me a fucking break, imbecile. What are you doing to me? Oh, look at this. Oh, look. I walked over here and here's a bit. I did this. Stop it. You're not that fucking important. 2 videos a week, 3 videos, maybe 3 if you put a short in. But if you're doing the everyday thing, you better be really fucking entertaining. And I gotta be honest, not a lot of us are. Okay?
Get stuff done, brother. I don't understand. Like, how the fuck you post a video every day and still accomplish something in your life? Because it takes me 3 hours to put a video together.
Let's be honest. The people that post every day, unless you're Paul Cafaro, are posting fucking no effort shit videos that are boring to watch, and we just watch it because they're our friends. Let's be honest. Put some effort into the friggin' thing if you want me to watch it. I gotta be honest. Here we go. I'm gonna get other people pissed off. This whole fucking group on YouTube that goes, oh, I don't even do any fancy editing on my. What? I'm an asshole because I edit my videos because I want to put some entertainment value in them? Shut up. Right? I've seen your tank. I've seen your fish 500 times. They swim around. I've seen it. I can go anywhere and watch that. I'm just watching your shit because you're my friend. Okay? Other than that, it's boring. Let's be honest. Have some variety. Do a little something different. Like, look at PB. He's building stands. He's adding new stuff, and he's not showing me the same fucking angelfish for fucking. My God, it's an angelfish. Enough. Not every day. I don't need to see its every movement. I'm not that into it. It's not Paris Hilton. Leave me alone. Just no, seriously. Have some respect for other people. Just you can't expect me to watch a video, 2, 3 videos of your every day. I can't. Yeah. It's impossible. Okay. Why would they? Number one, if you post too soon together, this video just steps on that video. 2 times a week. 2 times a week, everybody. 2 times a week, everybody, or you're being a selfish prick. And that's my opinion.
That's I'm in a tea and spice room.
Oh, you are beautiful.
Who's that? Who's that?
My niece Liz just showed up. She's not going on camera though.
No, I was gonna say have her make you a rum and. Oh, hold on, everybody, slow clap.
Yeah, rum and coke it is.
See, now I know you're hooked up with family.
How are good? Oh, that is beautiful, Liz. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell her she is the most amazing wife on the planet.
Jesus, I'm jealous now. You got it going on. All right. And now, what kind of rum?
That's service with a
light or dark. I don't care about brand. Light or dark rum.
Do what? Dark. Dark. Definitely spiced. I always drink spiced rum.
Okay. Oh, with Captain Morgan.
We love our rum.
Dude, I love rum. It's too expensive. I got to go with vodka.
I don't like the vodka so much. I've had a few of those nights where you throw stuff up, and
not only do I drink vodka, but I drink homeless people vodka. Look, there it is. Look at it. fucking Dubra. It's like I'm a freshman in my first fucking year. My first year of college in Rochester. Ricky, you will be my guest next month. 100%.
Oh, no.
I can slam Dez. Who's Dez?
Yeah,
I don't know who Dez is. I know Desi Arnaz. I don't know him. I don't know, like, personally, but I know who he was. I do know who he was. I will watch, dude.
I feel like I'd have to catch up, buddy. I feel like you're a couple of classes ahead of me.
Go for it. No problem. Look, I've drank quite a few guests under the table. And speaking of that, this Wednesday, 9 o'clock, I'm on with BJ Cooper's comedy show on his channel with his 17,000.5 subscribers and his country comedy. All right, so you can follow me over there. You can go check him out. No, you've never heard of that, Adele, because I think it would be illegal to ship this to Australia. This is one step below like C4. Like it's. I don't think this would even. I don't think it would. It's really bad vodka. But you know, after the first one, you don't really taste it. I don't put that much in, to be honest. I'd probably go to like here, and then the rest is iced tea.
If you're still watching, would you send me out a shot? I have to catch up. Vinny's a few shots ahead of me.
There you go. Now, what's that hat you're wearing? I can almost see it. What does it say?
What's that? Oh, my
It
hat?
looks like fire department hat, right?
Yeah, my son's a paramedic.
Really? How old's your son?
How old is he? I guess he's 29.
You don't know your fucking son's age.
You what?
You don't know his age?
He's either 29 or 30. I just don't remember if he had a birthday that he hit 30 or yet. I don't think so. I think he's 29.
You sound like me. I'm bad on dates. Sometimes I'll be filling out shit and they'll go, what's her birthday? I'm like, oh, fuck. Because I get the two confused. It's the 14th and I sit there like an idiot. Oh, I don't know. I need a few of them. I'll take on anybody's sayings. Don't worry. Relax, brother. It's still early. It's 11:22. Don't worry about it. So what do you smoke?
I smoke the cheapest shit I can buy is what I smoke.
Indian cigarettes?
Here's a plug. Here's a plug for the cheapest fucking cigarettes on the planet.
It is called. They're called nails.
Yeah.
No, see, I gave up cigarettes. I just have a problem giving up the other one. And because I like
problem giving that one up, I just don't feel like it's necessary.
No, listen, I used to do weed. I still do, but I used to too. Now that's probably I see some of the stuff they're building out of hemp, and some of the things they're doing with hemp, and all the resources that are in. Which comment?
Yep.
I see all the resource, all the possibilities with that.
Yeah.
There's a reason it's here.
Yeah. No, that's amazing stuff. And if we would just quit, well, I mean, I guess we've finally gotten to a point where it is legalized. It took an awful long time though for them to figure out that it was really stupid to have that on the illegal substances list.
Well, you know why that happened, right? Who was that? Who was the guy that made that happen? Was it back in the day? It was because it interfered with the cotton and the whole.
Yeah.
It wasn't J.P. Morgan. I don't know if it was one of them people. Those are the people that put all the money behind, demonizing reefer madness. That whole thing.
Well, I mean, it was all of the southern cotton, companies that got behind all that. The South decided that black people and Mexicans were the only people using marijuana. And it was the best way to get rid of them was to get rid of the pot.
The South didn't decide that. Come on. That was the war of northern aggression. Let's get that correctly. Okay? Because Lincoln said it himself. He did not he said, if I can win the Civil War by freeing the slaves, I will. If I can win the Civil War by not freeing the slaves, I will. Yeah. He said that black people would never be able to assimilate with white people, and he wanted to send them all back to Africa. Go look it up, everybody. That's the friggin' truth about Lincoln that everybody puts up there as this great emancipator. He did it because he wanted the South to pay for the North. Same thing that's going on in our country now. They want the poor, the people that actually work, to pay for the people that don't. And I don't mean they don't work, to pay for the people like the stock market people and the bureaucrats and the people that don't really produce shit. Okay? It's the same damn thing. Lincoln was a douchebag, get over it. And he slept with a man in his bed. He really was.
Hey, that feels like alternate history as far as mind and brain is concerned, but I'm intrigued.
I can show it to you. I can show you the speech he gave. He gave it for Congress that said that.
I do my research. I love research.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to dig that up.
Yeah, go ahead. Go look at it. And also go look up the speech he talked about the giants that used to roam the lands of Ohio. Because they existed too. Giants. Lincoln in his speech talked about giants that roamed in Ohio, that we had giants in America.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Hold on, I'll show it to you right now.
You are reading some weird shit from somewhere.
No, it's in his speech. It's in his speech. I'll show you right now. Hold on.
Ohio.
Yes, the Ohio River Valley had tons, and they fought with the Indians. They had massive wars with the Indians because they used to eat the Indians' children. Go look up the folklore of the Native Americans. Lincoln, giants. Giants speech. Just give me 1 second.
What are you doing? You're picking it up.
I'm typing it in. I'm going to screen share it with you. Okay. No, hold on.
All right.
Right here. This is from the, I'm going to share it. You'll see. I'm going to show everybody a little bit of history now. I'm going to show everybody a little bit of history now that everybody thinks I'm an idiot. Watch. This is the, let's see. Let me scroll down. What is this? This is from Lincoln. This was a speech he gave. I'm going to give you the quote. I missed it now. It's here. Where is it? Come on. Eat my butt. All right. Abraham Lincoln's 1959 Cincinnati speech. Lincoln said the eyes of that species of extinct giants whose bones fill the mountains of America have gazed on Niagara, or ours do now, contemporary with the whole race of men, and older than the first man. Niagara is strong and fresh today as 10,000 years ago. That is a direct quote right there from a Lincoln speech.
All right, but I don't think he meant giants in the sense that they were physical giants.
Dude,
I think giants.
Go look it up and go see the 9 foot tall giants. If you're in Florida, go look up a 9 foot tall red-headed giants in Florida, and you'll see that right there. It's giant. The Smithsonian took all our giants and threw them in the friggin' ocean. Go look that up. There's a picture. They used to have 2 12-foot friggin'...
Come on, man. None of this...
Dude, they used to have... The entrance of the Smithsonian used to have 2 friggin' 12-foot giants, 2 12-foot mummies on their entrance that they got rid of. The pictures are still there. It's real. Giants existed. The Sumerian text, the Babylonian text, the Bible... the emerald tablets are taught. They all speak of giants. 9 foot, the men of renown, the men of old.
Listen, all those things speak of aliens too, but there aren't any.
No, they really don't. They really don't speak of aliens. They don't. They speak of beings and entities, but they're not truly aliens. Nothing is coming from Mars. Nothing is coming from Pluto. Everything that's here that is weird has been here before us. Hey, we did not come from a monkey through evolution. Something messed with us. Okay? Evolution is stupid. If you think about it, it's stupid. If you go all the way back with evolution, it says we all came from a rock.
There's not enough crack in the world for me to totally change my the entire scientific outlook.
No, you gotta give me time. Start with the giants first. Just look into those, because that throws evolution right off the path. It throws evolution, and they existed. The emperor of China back in the day had giants as his servants to protect them. King Og of Bashir had he was 9 feet tall. He had a 12-foot tall bed. There were giant people.
Man.
Saiyans. You like that word douchebag, don't you? You like that? I thought you would be more of an enema type guy. I thought you would go more for that. You know? They'll shoot some water up the butt, you'll be alright. Oh, listen, I don't believe anything we've ever learned is the truth. So, you know, I'm one of those people.
Hey.
Yes, Adele.
I think Saiyan is spelled wrong.
What happened?
I think Saiyan is spelled wrong. I think you got a douchebag that isn't really him.
No, he's a douchebag in real life. Don't worry about it.
I think you have a fake douchebag is the problem. I think you have a real douchebag who is the fake Saiyans Entertainment.
No, he's not the fake Saiyans. He's just a douchebag. It's
all right.
All right. Okay. This is what he does. The dude loves to friggin' bust balls. Adele, if he says anything too crazy, you can, you know. I really don't think Mike's going to cry to his mom. And I don't really think Mike looks like a homeboy. I don't see that. Hey?
Just wrong, man.
No, dude, this is how you know you're making it. When you got a big time YouTuber talking shit about you in a live stream, you made it. You're up there. Yeah, why not, right?
All right.
So, personally, what are your favorite fish? Like me, I'm a puffer guy. Puffers and arowanas.
I love the fucking puffers. Now, my wife is crazy about the puffers. So I like the puffers, but my wife is fucking, she's got to have puffers all over the place or she's not happy.
Dude, they're the best. They're the best.
I like them. They're cool fish.
Their personality and the fact that their eyes are different than other fish. The fact that they can see so much better than other fish. Like, I got 3 saltwater tanks here. I got puffer. I got an Amazon puffer here, an Amazon puffer here. I got a red-eye puffer. I got an arrowhead puffer. I got an avocado puffer. I got a pacanca puffer. I even got a stars and stripe puffer at work. I got one here. Oh, I just got pea puffers. I got a red-eye puffer. I got a Valentina puffer. I got a porcupine puffer. And then I got 3 arowanas, and then I got a frontosa. I got a flower horn. And a whole bunch of other crap.
Yeah.
I just see. I'm at the point where I can just get what I want. I see syndrome. I see it, and I buy it, and then sometimes I'll have to run out and buy a tank right away just because stupid I didn't figure where it would go.
Right.
Like I actually have my avocado puffer living with my pacanca puffer right now.
Nice.
With those polar blue cichlids, the parrot combined with the convict, with two of those, a rescued jade goby, and one small catfish. And so far I've had no problems. I just watch, and it's a 55 gallon, and they're still small. They're like the pacanca's only 2.5 inches, but. Oh my God! I think I got to move the avocado puffer. Have you ever had an avocado puffer?
I don't have one. I don't know what. I don't know what.
They're a little different than other puffers. It's a freshwater puffer, but it's kind of got a fat, kind of that the belly comes down underneath. It's got like a high body compared to their football shape of regular puffers. They're really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really.
I do like puffers, and I do want a giant puffer at some point. I really want it.
A Mabu or a pacanca or saltwater?
Probably saltwater because I'm going to need to put some stuff in my saltwater tanks. So,
between me and you, if you have a saltwater tank, if you don't need to put any other fish in, you might get away with a couple other fish if they're real quick. But a stars and stripes puffer is friggin' It's my favorite pupper. This one right here is like a dog now. He's about 7 inches, and I mean he killed a whole bunch. He killed the clown. Because eventually he just snapped. He went off Tyson on everybody. But
Well,
wow.
my dream puffer is I want a little school. I want a little school of dog face puffers.
They'll kill each other.
Little school
Eventually,
of dog face puffers. They are the
dog-
cutest damn thing.
They are, but they will eventually kill each other. Dog-faced
Really?
puppers, they'll come to a certain thing where they become territorial and they will kill each other.
Yeah.
Because the stars and stripe pupper is technically in the dog-faced pupper family. It's got stripes, it's got spots. It's just such a most beautiful fish.
Yeah.
Well, exactly, Chubbs. Exactly.
I think it comes to do with size of the tank. Like I figure if I have a couple of dog face puppers in a 400-gallon, I'm gonna be fine.
That's different. Yeah, that's different. And you got to give lots of hiding places, and you got to distract their sight. But one thing I've noticed about puppers, like I had 4 red-eye puppers in a tank. I had GSP. Eventually, they turn on each other. Eventually, they just become too territorial.
Right.
But to be honest, a big tank would, like, look at the Aquarium Co-op. They got that giant tank with that one blue pupper in there and a whole bunch of little, like, feeder fish or tetras or whatever. Oh my God, that's enough for me. I'd be fine with a 1-fish tank if it's the right fish.
Right. I don't know. I feel like I could always just make bigger space. Right. So if I have 3 puppers that get 8 inches and start pissing on each other, I'll just put them in a bigger tank and they'll be able to find space away from each other and I think they'll be okay. I have fish that should not be together that live together perfectly fine. All the time.
Oh, dude, listen to me. I set up my saltwater tank 3 years ago. This pupper went in when I set it up. I had a clown he lived with. I had another pupper he lived with. I had damsels. For 2.5 years, he lived with all of them. I came home one day. He just wiped everybody out.
Wow.
Sayings, relax. And to be honest, Sayings, I have some quite attractive women in my chat. So you need to calm down, son. All right? Ian, you don't even like women. So calm down, okay? All right? You don't even like... You know I tease, my friend. Just remember that just humor them, all right? They're harmless. They're harmless. They're like a 1-inch penis. It's really not going to matter, all right? No, I love the puppers. So your wife loves of course, women love the puppers.
Women love the puppers. Yeah, well, because they're cute as hell.
But they come right up. They're one of the few fish that'll come right up to the glass. Like the Star Spangled pupper, I'm the Stars and Stripes pupper. I get them confused because I'm a patriot.
Yeah.
Dude, you put your finger to that glass, my God, the activity you get. I put my finger in the tank, he friggin' bit me. And he, oh, hold on a second. Ian Ellis, the comedian. I thought Ian from Hopkins Aquatics brought Sayings in. Ian, okay, thank you, Ian. No, it was just a joke anyway, brother, all right? Come on. I mean, who of us really do like women here anyway? You ever talk to a woman? She just wants you to do stuff. Let's go to the fair. Let's be nice. Yes, puppers are so personable. That's one thing about them. And I've been really blown away since I started doing YouTube and deal with I've been blown away by how many truly freshwater puppers there are.
Yeah. They're like little helicopters too. I love the way they fucking swim around.
Dude, I got 4 pea puppers the other day. I compared to Starship Troopers when the bugs start coming out of the thing. They're like little helicopters. They're so cool.
They're amazing. I love the way they move around the tank.
Ian Ellis has an what do you mean by undisclosed? What do you mean by?
I want to give a shout out to Wet Plants. I don't know if you know who Wet Plants is, but Wet Plants is a company up by you, and they sent me a box of red mangrove that is beautiful. You put that shit in your saltwater tank and it just takes off. You're looking for, if you want to put plants in your saltwater tanks, man, those mangroves are the thing.
Oh, I have a fake one. I tried the Kyoto algae, which worked in my refugium for a little while, but then the fish I had in my refugium ate it all.
Yeah, But listen, they won't eat the mangrove because all you have in the tank is the stalk, and those things, they grow so fast they suck all the nitrates out of the water.
It's like saltwater bamboo.
Huh?
The way it grows, it's like saltwater bamboo.
Yeah, it's saltwater bamboo. That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff is gorgeous, man, and it roots into the sand and it just takes off. And I actually, eventually, I think I'm going to try bringing the salt in one of these pools up a little bit, not a lot, but maybe like 0.005 maybe, and see if I can get mangrove to grow in one of these pools.
That would be really cool.
Right?
That would be really cool. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. I love seeing that. I love when they go there. All right. Patty says, what stars where? And then Adele says, some stars. Ooh, 14,000 subs that are probably all duplicate accounts hiding by the keyboards in their mommy's basement. I got to be honest, Adele. This guy got his sayings, got his... Look, I know what he is, okay? Not all of us are just nice. Just, he is what he is. I like the dude. I like what he does. But he actually got his account fucking destroyed, and he needed to make another account. I do know what he does. If you're an Opie and Anthony fan, then you know who Sayans is. Now, Ian Ellis, the comedian, says, I have an undisclosed number of children. And look, I might have children out there I don't really know about either. Look, see, Sayans and Chubbs are getting along. All right? You can be gay and have kids. That's true. That's true. Oh, my God, that's so true. Let's go through that. Ricky, you've been doing research on pee-pump. Pee-pumpers are awesome. You just got to treat them for parasites. As far as I'm concerned, I'm friends with everybody, okay? I'm friends with you. I am appreciative that you showed up this week. I'm glad you brought Sayans. Sayans, you better... Did somebody give me a friggin' place where I can contact Sayans? How I can get him on the thing next week, because I really want to talk to this guy instead of him disrupting my guest. The S says he saw my Amano fight him for a bloodworm. Do you have any shrimp? Oh, did he freeze? Or did I just bore him to death? Do you have any shrimp like that, or because I can't do shrimp right now. It's too much. It's a whole separate thing. Uh-oh. Yes, Adele, I agree. Pumpers you should treat as though they have parasites regardless of where you buy them. 100%. I've lost so many green-spotted pumpers over the years from parasites. And they get you because they're only $8 each. But if I added it up, those are probably the worst, especially that time I had the heater blow up. And it killed 7 of them. And the 8th one finally died later on. I was so depressed.
Losing fish is not cool. I don't like losing fish.
Dude, I came home. All my pumpers were dead, except for one. And it wasn't because the heater got stuck on high, or because it turned off. It's because it was giving stray voltage into the tank. It basically electrocuted everybody.
Wow. But the worst thing I did is I left a freaking filter off. I made a video about it because I don't want anybody to repeat it. I left a filter off for about 14 hours and didn't think anything about it. When I turned it back on, I walked away instead of sitting there and watching it.
Oh, God.
It dumped a shit ton of dead bacteria into the water. When I walked back in, that tank was fully black. You couldn't see any. And it murdered a couple of koi and a couple of tetras, and it was a really sad day.
Oh, that's the worst. That's this week I had to go to Long Island. I come home. I was talking to Gen C about it. I come home and I had the tank that's usually behind me, right directly, 55 gallon behind me. I have a silver arowana. I had two really big, pretty decent size, about this big, 2 red hooks, and 2 blood parrots. Now they've been together for 3 years. 3 years or more. I come home one night, 2 blood parrots are beat to death, and 1 of the red hooks is beat to death this week. And the red hook was like really big. I probably could have got $50 for that son of a gun. And those blood parrots, I got them in Chinatown when they were small like this, and they were still brown or gray or whatever you want to call that color. They were so beautiful. And these fish have been together forever. And I don't know who did it. I'm kind of thinking the remaining red hook killed everybody and not the arowana, because the arowana, I don't think it could cause that, the way its mouth, and it doesn't have teeth, I don't think it could cause that kind of damage that I saw on these fish. Then I ran in, I tested the water. Well, I know, everybody says the water's fine when they test their water. Everybody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You go on the Facebook groups. My water parameters are fine, but all my fish died. Really?
Right.
Really? Look,
Yeah,
I can.
The Facebook groups are my favorite. They're my favorite. Listen, so I spend a lot of time on the Facebook groups to try and help educate people, because there are an awful lot of people that, you know, the newbies. I'm fine with the newbies. If you don't really know, you just got your first tank, I am more than happy to give you all the information I can and help you through the process so that you can learn. But my favorite people are the assholes that have been there for 10 years, have kept fish since they were 18, and they're now 94.
Yeah.
And they're advice that is totally, totally wrong. I love those people. They're just my absolute favorite.
Hey, there's a couple of YouTubers that are like that. I'm just gonna throw it out there a little bit. My way or the highway. That's how they go. Hey, no, I personally, I have my thoughts about things, but if somebody presents a decent argument, like the whole, all right, how do you cycle a tank? Fish in, fish out. This whole bullshit about, it's going to take you months to cycle a tank. What?
Right.
Cut it out. That just turns people off to the hobby. Why are you saying that? It's like the saltwater people. See, we do both, right? If you do saltwater and freshwater, you can see immediately the saltwater people really try to intimidate the newbies.
They do. Listen, most of the saltwater people are a bunch of rich guys that have pumped 30 grand into a 20-gallon tank, and their whole intention is to lord it over people like they're the only people in the world with saltwater.
Look, I'm not going to lie. The hardest thing to do is have a real nice reef tank. I mean, a real nice reef, and the money and just the way you got to do that. I don't think Sayans has to work. I think Sayans is doing all right. Besides, he probably worked in a Chinese restaurant and did something for a month, and now he's on unemployment like me. You know, I better hope he sends him some money every month just so he won't fuck with him.
Speaking of money, any of you people out there who have a couple extra bucks, feel free to send it our way.
That's what I was saying. How do we support the rescue?
Man, hit the website.
You gotta. What's the website? Just let somebody post it up.
It is flfishrescue.org. If you type in Florida Fish Rescue.
.org. You're pretty good. That's the .org is a good one.
Yeah, we're a real. I mean, we're here.
Dude, I'm saying that's very impressive. That's much. No, seriously, much respect for that, because I know it's not an easy thing to do.
No, and I mean, dude, we are floundering right now. We are definitely putting out a lot more money than we are taking in by a huge long shot. So, any help would be appreciated for real.
That's what I was thinking.
Appreciated. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm gonna take this stream.
No.
What's in it?
See?
Oh, okay, thank you.
I'm gonna take this stream. Who is that? Is that your niece again?
Damn. Thank you. Woo! No, that's great. Thank you.
Is that your niece again?
Yeah, I'm catching up to you. I'm catching up to you in about 2 sips right now.
Tell her we all said hello, and she's a trooper. Right, that's how you do it. You got the green cup. I got the white one. They're right next to each other. Who is Dante Nero?
Who is what?
And here, Ellis, the comedian, says, "Hey, Vinny, do you know Dante Nero?" Right? I'm not sure. I'm not. What? You want me to show my tits? I really don't have tits.
Please do not do that.
I have hairless nipples, though, if that helps. And they're not weird looking either. They're not like a color that doesn't fit. And I'm Irish, so I have a hairless chest. Oh, Patrice, yes, I know who you're talking about. Did you see the Patrice, the documentary coming out? Yes. No, Jesus Christ would not approve of this. No, he wouldn't. But he knows every night I ask him for forgiveness. I say, look, I'm just trying to go for the joke, Does anybody in the chat know who Patrice O'Neal is? Because if you don't, you got to check out this documentary on Comedy Central about the late, great Patrice O'Neal. One of my favorite comedians ever. He passed away. He fell into a coma after diabetes, allegedly. I think it was because he was on Alex Jones and he started talking about the Illuminati and they whacked him. Oh, you're from the cult of Black Phillip? Oh my God! Really? Yo, come on, give me your email, dude. I gotta talk to you guys. The cult of Black Phillip was one of the greatest. Look, no one knows what I'm talking about, but trust me, Patrice, the cult of Black Phillip, the way Patrice broke things down. You're one of the owners of the channel, dude. All right, hold on. I gotta type in my email so they can send me an email. Look, it didn't even work. Yeah, touchscreen, stupid. So back to what we were talking about. What are your favorite fish? Like you personally, you like little fish, tetras. You like, what's your thing? Like if you didn't do the rescue and you were just doing something for yourself, would you go saltwater? Would you go freshwater?
We always went freshwater before. I would probably stay freshwater simply because saltwater can be a pain in the ass sometimes. I guess if it was without the rescue, we would just probably have 4 Oscars and a bunch of puffers, and that would be the extent of the fish room.
Well, what made you get into saltwater?
My only issue with saltwater is it gets stupid expensive doing water changes. And
see, I've been trying to say that in a bunch of chat rooms, and everybody disagrees with me most of the time, saying it isn't that expensive. But that's bullshit. That salt is not cheap.
No, it's not cheap.
And if you want to do 20% water changes once a week, and you got 3-4 tanks, you're looking at an extra $100 for salt.
Yeah. Well, I have to be honest with you. I don't use regular reef salt. I use sun-dried water softener salt. Runs me about $9 a bag, but then I add a bunch of vitamins to it. So. Oh,
I was gonna say, if that sounds something easy, I would try that for myself because I got 4 saltwater tanks running right now, and the salt itself is driving me crazy. And then I gotta mix it. Where do you mix your salt? What do you do with where do you mix it?
I've got a bunch of, so luckily for me, we've had a bunch of stuff donated. One of the things I've had donated is all these Seachum additives for saltwater, and I've got just tons of it. So really? I use
how did that happen?
Sun Crystals salt, which is it's a water softener salt. But I called them and I had a long talk with them before I decided to go with it, and they actually dry their salt comes from the same water and it's dried on the same island that one of the major salt brands for aquariums is dried from. It's literally the same salt. But the biggest difference is that the salt you buy that's for aquariums, they've already added the magnesium and the potassium and the.
So you got to, how do you know do you do that?
Do what?
How do you do that? How do you measure that out? How do you?
Well, like I said, I have these Seacham products that were donated, and they literally all they are is just those additives that you're supposed to add, a year into your saltwater tank anyway. Because after a year, all of those vitamins that were in the salt that you've added have been used up. So you're supposed to add these things after a year. You're supposed to be adding them anyway. So I just followed the instructions, and
otherwise you get that crash if you don't.
Yeah.
You get a big crash if you don't.
Right, correct. So I just add them from the beginning instead of waiting a year. I just add them, right up front. And then
how do you know how to do it though? Does it tell you how much to add, or you got to guess, or?
Oh, it has instructions. It says this much per gallon, so you put that much in.
Patty says I have poor judgment. Well, I'm not going to disagree with you on that one, Patty. Look, how do I explain this? You guys know I have a thing. I go way back with the. I'm not talking. Don't. Oh yeah. Don't. Patty's great. Don't worry. You're all off to the wrong foot. Okay. You're all off to the wrong foot. She might be allergic to fuckwits, okay? And we didn't even. I kept saying I don't think you're gay. I said I think you just like dick a lot. It doesn't mean you're gay. Ian Ellis, you really listen. Patty, you're vicious. You need to put the Captain Kirk thing back up there from Mirror. You need to be Captain Kirk from Mirror though. The evil Captain Kirk. Yes. Thank you, Ian. Look, I don't know how to explain this to my these guys come from a thing. I listened to Opie and Anthony for years. When they got fired for the Sex for Sam thing, I actually downloaded like 200 of their episodes off the friggin' internet so we could listen to them at work all day. My buddy Sergio from Poland, I showed you his tank. Oh, by the way, my buddy Sergio from Poland, God bless him. He just had a baby boy. It's just friggin' wonderful. I love that dude. Yeah, that dude is my brother. No, Ian Ellis, I don't have you confused with Lycan Theory. I'm sorry. Actually, I did for a minute. But now I don't. Now I know exactly who you are. Yes. Yeah, Lycan Theory, I'm glad you're not him. Yes. I'm putting the pieces together too. Right? Ian Ellis, the only reason I thought that, it was because you were like, it came in Ian Ellis LLC, Ian Ellis Records, which now I understand. Okay, now wait a minute. When you have children, do you mean you fathered children? Or do you mean you grab somebody else's children and you're hiding them someplace like in a garage or in the basement somewhere?
I wish you could see this. All the Oscars in Cichlids are coming over to visit.
I think you're going to feed them.
No, they're hanging up. A couple of these guys.
Ian, now I know they're not you. I just have to. Please send me an email. Ian, please send me an email to vinny'sAquatics@gmail.com. I posted it before. Send me an email so I can talk to you. You had them? That's all you're saying? I mean, well, I don't think you could give birth. I don't think you had a gestation period and a child came out of your vagina. So, we'll just leave it at that. Right, don't ruin it. The Cult of Black Phillip was a show on Saturdays on XM or Sirius, whatever it was at the time, where Patrice O'Neal would give advice. And his advice would have me pissing my pants. Because the man was incredibly funny. Now, hold on, my daughter's calling. Wait 1 second. Hi.
Can you turn the heat down?
I'm doing a live stream. You got to do it.
No?
Yeah, you want to be on a live stream?
No.
Okay. Love you. Hey, so Patrice O'Neal to put a little, Patrice O'Neal was in The Office. He was in a couple movies. He was supposed to be the father on Everyone Loves Chris, or Everyone Hates Chris. But Chris Rock said in an interview that Patrice he wouldn't do anything they wanted him to do. He wouldn't drive, he wouldn't fly. He was very stubborn. He was also in a couple Spike Lee movies. Patrice was, and Spike Lee called him on the phone one day and wanted him to do a favor, and Patrice is like, "You got to call my agent," and Spike Lee never called him again. Patrice was the funniest man that ever shot himself in the foot, because he wouldn't bow down to what they wanted him to do. And when he used to go on the Opie and Anthony show, and when he used to just off the cuff, he would say things to people that are some of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. And this documentary they're going to show about his life, you got Colin Quinn, you have Chris Rock, you have some of the greatest comedians living, Louis C.K., some of the greatest, even though he likes to jerk in front of people, you have some of the greatest comedians of the day all explaining how funny this guy was. Kevin Hart, the time that Kevin Hart called Patrice, Kevin Hart went to stay with Patrice. Patrice went to go stay with Kevin Hart one day or one weekend with Kevin Hart and his wife. Kevin Hart went out with his wife. They come home, they find Patrice in their living room on his laptop, taking care of himself. And that's one of the funniest stories I've ever heard. Kevin Hart, because I don't really think he's that funny. Did I ever heard him tell in his life? Right, all the Boston comedians love Patrice. One of the stories, I know I'm going on a tangent, but one of the stories that really was amazing is Patrice when he was 16 or 16, 17. Him and a bunch of his friends, I guess, had a group relationship with a white girl, and somehow it ended up with them going to jail in Boston as younger people. And the way Patrice explained this story was such an amazing, like what he went through, what he felt, but it was still incredibly funny. And if you want to hear something, go listen to him talk about movies. I can never watch what's that hurricane movie? No,
In movie?
The Fingers of God, man. That with Helen Hunt or whatever that stupid movie was.
Yeah.
Twister. I can never watch Twister again after hearing Patrice destroy that. So please go check out, if you like comedy, go check out it's the Patrice O'Neal documentary on Comedy Central. It's called Killing Is Easy. Go watch that, and you'll be turned on to a comedic genius. Yeah, Patrice actually was a comedic god. Thank you, Ian. Yes, it was Twister. His take on everything. Because you would think in your head that you would know what he's going to say, and then he would just blow you away by putting something out there, and it was incredibly funny. The time he was talking, who's that? Who's the oh my God, who's that rapper he was talking to? That famous, oh my God, he's in Ludacris. Ludacris was on the O&A show one day, and he kept calling him by his first name. He did the same thing with Gallagher. Everybody knows Gallagher, right? With the friggin' pineapples and the watermelons and all that. Patrice got into this thing with Gallagher where wow, Gallagher's a little racist. That's all I'm going to say. Ian Ellis, I mentioned, I thought the Lycan Theory was actually Gangster Fag last week. Yeah, we're just at everybody's heads. All right, let me get back to my guest. Relax. All right, So how long you been married for?
25 years now.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Kids?
Just one. That's
yeah, you said that.
We collected the entire neighborhood. We've raised probably 20 kids. That's we took them all in. You know, we're in a neighborhood where a lot of parents were not very good at being parents.
Dude, it's the same thing here. All the kids come to my house.
Yeah,
That's why I live in the basement. I can't be on the second floor of the living room anymore because the teenagers had their friends over all the time. And then every time I get that text message that says, "Can you order us a pizza?"
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did last night. But look, my kids can't get out of the goddamn house.
Right. The vid, man. Nobody's going anywhere.
Yeah, but it's not healthy for these kids. It's really not. I had to put my kids in therapy just to talk about it with people. But
right.
It's you know, hustling subs in the aquatics world. Patty, you really are a pisser. I love you, Patty. Sayings, you should have Patty on. Jesus. We should teach her about friggin' Norton and Sam and all that stuff. She'll destroy them too. We should stick Patty on Opie. Oh, that would be great. Look, I gotta give it to him. He's hanging out. He's ready. All right.
Yeah.
So, what do you feed? What do you feed those things? What do you feed? I mean, you feed the same thing. You got like what do you do for food? You must have like 20,000 different types of food.
I make their food, so we actually do a balanced diet. It's all baked here. Some of it is more vegetarian than others, and some of it is more meat than others. And basically, we go to the bait shop and we get a lot of things like shrimp and
Ooh, I never thought about the bait shop.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. I usually go to the seafood section.
Yeah, that gets expensive, brother. We go to the bait shop. We got a fishing village near us that we're trying to get into and get them to give us all their leftovers. So
yeah, I live right off. I'm in the Cove area of Stanford, which is right next to Cove Beach. I used to walk to the beach. It'd take me 5 minutes to walk to the beach from my house.
Yeah.
Which I don't live on the beach. I'm up on the hill, but you go and there's bait shops. I have bait shops nearby. I would like to. Oh, that is a great idea. I didn't even think of that.
I get finger mullet. I get all of my puffers eat sand fleas. They love the freaking sand fleas.
If you want to give them a treat every once in a while, give them a little bit of muscle meat, and they will freak out. They love it. It's too fatty to give to them all the time, but once a month, a little bit of muscle meat. Whoa, they like it more than clams and shrimp. Mine go absolutely nuts for it.
I buy them canned clams and canned oysters from time to time.
I get the clams on the half shell at Fish Bowl. But that stuff's not cheap. Stuff's not cheap. It's like $7 for It's not cheap. I like to go to the. Sometimes I'll grab that. I won't lie. I'll grab that seafood blend and mix it in with stuff too. The cod and I'll chop it up, throw a little bit of this in there, a little bit of that in there, especially for the bigger fish.
Yeah. Well, I've got to start making a habit of getting to the beach once a month or so and go down there and pull up the coquinas.
Yeah, you're in Florida. You should be able to catch all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of time. So
yeah, is it worth the time? That's the thing. Is it worth the time?
Yeah, and a lot of the time it's not. But like I said, there's a fishing village that's not far from me that they come in, they throw away a ton of fish every freaking day. So I'm hoping that they'll start giving a lot of that up to it.
You could probably find a seafood restaurant in the friggin' area.
Yeah, probably that too.
And just take their leftovers. That's something I'm thinking about too, because between the salt water and the electricity and it all adds up. It becomes quite a bit, and especially now that economically we're basically doomed.
Man, I'm spending $150 a month just in fish food. So and that's with making it. That's not even just like going and buying.
Yeah, I would say if you didn't make it, you'd be paying over $3.
Yeah,
over $3.
I'm sure.
Just,
I'm sure.
just those fish alone in that one pool is $100 worth of food a month at least.
Yep. Yep. There is. There is. But I've got a good recipe down for a couple of different good recipes down, and it takes it's a 3-day process, but I can sit down and cook food for.
I got to be honest. I do the same thing for my dog.
Yeah.
I don't feed my dog commercial dog food. I don't care what they say. I look at the darn ingredients, and there's stuff that I wouldn't want to eat. So why am I feeding it to my dog? I get chicken, I get brown rice, some broccoli, an egg. I throw a little fish oil in there, a little bit of CBD oil. I'll do it on a Sunday. I'll bake a big giant tray of it. I'll portion it out into little Tupperware things, and I feed them through the week. I throw everything in there.
My wife literally cooks dinner for our dogs every night.
Yeah, it's. I used to work a lot of overtime back when we had, back when things were normal. I would be 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Still now to this day, I'll go to Long Island and I'll be there till 4 in the morning because I got to start after the store closes and things like that. So I like having it all prepared. But yeah, I can't give them and besides, you can add so much nice stuff to it. You can add some vitamins. You can add a little like I use the CBD oil with my dog.
Yep.
I like to see the benefits of the CBD oil are amazing.
Yep. No, it's great for them.
I have a Boston Terrier, and they're very hyper aggressive. They get zoomies. They get the zoomies. It's called. They get really excited, and they have the brachiocephalic where they have the short mouth. So you got to worry, but all those kind of dogs with the short mouth, the seizure prone and stuff like that.
Yep.
They're all. The way all dogs are bred nowadays. Luckily, I got my dog not from a puppy farm. I got it from a private owner who just had two that were, every couple of years he would, CBD oil for fish, that's not a bad, I guarantee you it probably has some benefit. It probably really does. I mean, that is CBD oil, organic apple cider vinegar, organic honey, organic coconut oil are some of the most powerful things in turmeric, tea tree oil, oregano oil. These are some of the most powerful things that are completely healthy for you. You can't overdose on them. It's not going to kill your liver. It's not going to make you go jump off a building. There's so many. The way I look at it is, I don't care whether you believe in God or not. Whatever put this planet together, whether it was some force we don't understand or an actual entity, it put everything here for us to take care of ourselves. It's just our dumbness till we went and messed it up. We got natural raw sugar.
Thought for the evening?
What happened?
You want a deep thought for the evening?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, here's a deep thought for the evening. So, the God is us. You and I exist in an eternal scope, and this is Disney World.
Well, isn't that what Jesus said?
No. Jesus said was like,
what?
No, I don't know what the hell Jesus said. Anyway.
Yeah, there you go, because Jesus said the kingdom is within you.
Well, there you go, in a way.
Yeah. He said we all have the ability in us, we just don't understand it.
Well, no. I mean, the point is, in my opinion, we are gods. We just come here to forget that we're stuck in eternity.
Now, I said we are energy, and we, like, when our body goes, we still exist, because we're too stupid to be gods. I mean, really, look what we're doing. We're way too stupid to be gods.
No. Gods would be stupid. Listen, gods would be unbelievably ignorant.
Wait. Now, when you mean gods, you mean a little G, God.
No. We're big G. Listen,
you mean the creator.
We are the creator.
No, we didn't create shit.
Yeah.
What did we create?
Listen. Let me give you this theory. All right, hold on. Bear with me.
I'm here. I'm right here.
Okay. So, as a god, if you were a literal god, if you were the god, The one thing you would never be able to escape is eternity. You would be eternal, and you would be so fucking bored.
No,
You would be so fucking hateful. and
No,
spiteful.
that's not. See, that's not a God. If
Yes,
you
that's
can-
God.
No. That's a little G God. That's Yahweh.
No.
So let me finish. Now it's my turn. That could be Allah. That could be
Wait,
Yahweh.
I'm not done yet.
Okay,
You
go
can't
ahead.
turn until
Go
I'm
ahead,
done.
go ahead. You're right. Go ahead. You're right.
Okay? All right, so listen. Eternity is the one thing a God could never escape. The big God could never escape eternity. It's the one thing that would never, ever, ever go away. And so therefore,
Yeah.
we decided, being the big God, we are the big God, we decided that we needed to be able to ride the greatest ride, which is death. We need to be able to die. And therefore, we created Disneyland, where we could come to experience death, at least temporarily. That's my theory. And I'm sticking to it.
Well, number one, if you die at Disneyland, they carry your body out of there because no one's allowed to die at Disneyland. That's the true Disneyland policy. Number
Okay.
two, my thought is if us as humans can understand what we think God is, then that's not God. That's a little G. That's Yahweh. That's some alien or some entity or some fifth dimensional being that we just don't understand. But in order to create the irreducible complexity of our universe, the tit and tat, just DNA alone, to create that intelligent design, what came first, the bee or the pollen? How does it work? Why is the sun and the earth in such a position that we are the only place we see life in? Is it the Fermi paradox? Why don't we see other life? It could be the Fermi paradox. But I'm thinking if you can understand God as a person, then it's not God. You're thinking of God as constricted, the creator of all things, who is constricted by time, no, he created time. There is no eternity to a God.
God couldn't escape. Time
What?
would be the only thing a God couldn't escape.
No, time would be a thing that God created, because time doesn't really exist. It's all in waves. It's all in waves. It just happens that we know time because in quantum we're here to experience it right at this moment. But if you're an eternal being, if you were here before everything and you're going to be here after everything, then that would be nothing to you.
No, but see, that's the problem is that time is thought. The amount of time that a creature is capable of processing one thing to the next is time. Whatever that instance that occurs in order to process one thought to the next is time.
Is it time?
It's not something on a clock. It's not this hand that ticks around. It's the constant of existence. And so therefore, if the constant of existence is constant all the time, therefore, God or no God, you're still with.
We already know that time is not consistent. We already know that. Time is in waves. It's not consistent. Even stupid Einstein, who wasn't
The measure of time isn't real. The measure of time isn't real, but time exists, whether you're a God or not.
But can we prove that? I don't think we can. I don't know if that's not a construct. What if, I mean, to us, we're existing at this moment in this time, but to a fifth dimensional being.
Everything is existing in this moment at this time, even if it's
Really?
outside the clock.
You don't think that the future is existing now at the same time as the present and the past? Because it could be.
No, I don't. No.
It could be.
Nah.
Hey,
Nah.
fuck it then. We don't need that. Ricky, all right, you hit the hay. I'm just saying nothing. To be honest, what I'm actually leaning towards nowadays is we're living in a holographic simulation.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You just agreed with me.
Yeah. But something created. See, I think there was a creator that created stuff, and then everything became a
There was
simulation
a
after
creator
that.
that created stuff, but it was us. It was you and me. We created it.
Us?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm good enough to do that. I can do a little DIY, but I don't know if I can create a friggin'
Listen, you didn't do it alone. You didn't do it alone. You did it with the entire past, present, and future of human life. We're all gods, all of us. And we created this place so we could come hang out and ride the greatest ride, which is death.
Is it? That don't seem too fun to me.
Listen, if you are an eternal being that can't ever stop being eternal, it's the greatest ride. Trust me.
I'm the one, I always said I'm the one Christian that Jesus is going to have a problem with. I always said that. I could just, and he's still going to have he's going to sit me down and have a talk with me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Rat Dog, you would have done a better job. Like everything works in a tit-for-tat manner in our universe. Like, look at our DNA. One little thing is off, and scientifically they say that the odds of a single cell of DNA evolving by random circumstances is basically mathematically impossible. It's to the 42nd power. So something intervened with us.
I agree. We did. Anyway, listen, we need to figure out what CBD oil is good for with fish. I feel like
I would love to get my fish high. I just see him to get the
well,
munchies.
I know a guy who blows smoke into the water, but that's a whole other story. But
we just spent the last 20 minutes blowing smoke.
well, yeah, I mean that's a fact.
Yeah, but that's all right. That's what happens. But no, I would love to see my fish all like just laughing and giggling and shit in the tank.
Oh, listen! I know how to do that. So I added cupramine to a couple of tanks the other night to kill off a parasite, and apparently cupramine makes fish really fucking high.
Does it?
Yep.
Did you hear about the dolphins? The dolphins that like to chew on the pufferfish a little bit so they get all friggin' high?
Really? No.
Yeah. Dolphins will grab a pufferfish and bite on it and push it over, and they'll play with it amongst themselves, and they'll all get all screwed up. Now, could you imagine what dolphins sound like laughing while they're high? With that? Oh my God, I would love that. I would love to have a high dolphin right in here.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'll put the blunt right in his blowhole. It'd be great.
That would be awesome. I'm totally down with that.
Adele says dolphins smuck with pufferfish and get high as hell. And how do they know that?
I think that's amazing. Speaking of which, here's a tip that you might appreciate. So the pufferfish that you have probably almost certainly do not have any toxin in them, because wild pufferfish get their toxin from eating something that is toxic, and therefore they build up that toxicity.
Really? Because I did a video about the Textro Detox, or whatever that, I can't pronounce it now, but I did with the video because I had it written in front of me. But that toxin, that
toxicity that they have is not part of their natural metabolism. Their body doesn't create it. They actually eat something that causes that toxin to occur. So the puffers that you have in your tank, 99.9% of the chance do not have any of that toxin built up.
So my catfish are more venomous.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That is interesting. I did not even think about that, because I always worried about it when it was a problem with a pufferfish to get him out, because he's going to poison everybody else in the tank.
Yep. Nope. Not going to happen. He doesn't have that poison in his system.
Adele says they act like they're drunk. She saw the videos. Patty says, Adele, you're turning me on. Yeah. Look, I got no problem. But look, I don't even know what to say to that one. I'll be honest. I'm going to think about that one later by myself, too. Wait, Racism 2? Why did you? Oh, I get it. Racism 2 Electric Jigaboo. That's like Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo or whatever that. Yes, I get it. I saw that movie. It was terrible. It was terrible. It's acquired, not naturally occurring in their body. See, now you guys just taught me something. I did not know that. I wasn't aware of that. So what is it they're eating that makes them that way? McDonald's?
You know, I could have told you a month or two ago when I read all up on it about it, but I don't remember now.
Some of them scientific words, like, they really throw me for a loop, I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Like, some of the names of the pufferfish that are scientific, it's like I have to do 4, 5, 6 takes just to get it out, almost.
No, that's another interesting thing, too. You know that Europeans do not refer to their fish with common names like we do? Like we say dog-faced puffer, but they have they actually
of course they do. Of course, and they do their finger like this when they drink tea. And, yeah, good for them. Good for them.
Yeah.
Bunch of cuckold nations.
Wow.
Well, they are. Come on. Ooh, I got a king. Ooh, let me worship the king and the queen and blah blah blah. The only European nation I like right at the moment is Poland. And that's not even European, really. Right? They're the only ones that got a little chutzpah.
I think Poland is European, Vinny.
What was that?
European.
We're you're not European. When have you ever been in Europe? When have you been in Europe? They wouldn't have you. Go ahead. Go show up dressed like that in France. And tell them you want a friggin' rum and coke and see what they do to you. You know, he's the American. Look at him. He's a scum, the American. Shut up, stupid French. Go lay down again. Go lay down again. Is that your French accent? Well, I'm not the best at accents or imitations. I could probably try that. I kept thinking in my head, the stupid, it's coming out in my next video, the stupid, the remake of the Pink Panther with, Steve Martin, that hamburger scene. Hamburger. Yo, that is, like I said in my video, I think John Candy, the ghost of John Candy and the ghost of Peter Sellers should went and friggin' whacked Steve Martin for doing that. That is the worst thing, one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. So any imitation I do is going to be a bad one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but the bad imitations are the good ones.
Well, do we try the British accent then? Should we?
I tried that. I have what is it? National Geographic, Vinny. Hey, matey. Hello, Governor. It's a terrible thing that they're doing to the rainforest. It's horrible. It's horrible. Look at the Queen. Look at the Queen. Let's go groom this stool.
You're going to have to do better than that. I mean, that's just not quite right on top, you know? I mean, you've really missed it quite there. So, listen, if we're going to
do the go. All right.
If we're going to do
the you could have a fag imitation. I like that.
I mean, that's not a fag imitation. The fag imitation is quite different than this one. This is just but we can do the fag imitation if you like.
A bundle of sticks.
Wow.
Why do I got to put the racist comments up? I need a screenshot of the. I don't know what you mean by you need a screenshot of the day name on screen. I don't know what that means. Oh, you mean?
That means either. It's really wrong.
Well, look, I'm trying to do both. I'm trying to multitask here. Let's see. Somebody said something. All right. David Attenborough. I know that name.
Yeah, that's the name of the guy you were just doing a minute ago.
Was it?
Yeah. Only very poorly.
Yes. Well, he was drunk that night. How you imitate a cigarette?
How do you imitate a cigarette?
Adele, listen. Adele says, Vinny, they're just trying to make content for the bullshit channels and using your channel to do it. Adele, that's fine. It's okay. Nothing affects the Vin Man. All right, I'm built for this shit. All right, if one of these idiots were to shoot themselves right now, I'd make it funny. I'm not worried about it. Right? It's okay. I'm not worried. I know who these guys are. I know where they're coming from. They're coming from years ago where people were saying anything they wanted to say just to get a shock value out of it. It's all right. Don't worry about it. I still want sayings on the show next week, and then you guys can all ask them all the questions. Cooper, good night, my friend. Cooper says good night, Mike. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's only been 3 hours.
Has it been that goddamn long? All right, you know what? That probably explains why I got to take a piss and why I got to
Yeah,
go.
I no problem, brother. I'm feeling about the pee thing myself. The funniest thing I've ever seen is Australian trying to sound like an American. I love those, especially in the movies. I like when you watch the movie and they start out in the beginning with an accent and then they just give it up. And then now he's just speaking without an accent.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Racism 2. Electric Jigaboo. Kyle is a must-mouth N-word who can't support his case. That's not right.
What was that?
Vinny, it is a very bad version of whatever you are thinking. I mean, really. Wow. Now I got to figure out what Patty's talking about. Adele says, from Australia, says it cracks me up hearing an American try to sound like an Australian. All right. Mike, I'm going to wrap it up to you so I can deal with this sayings guy. Unless you want to hang out, but I don't know if you want that filth on you.
No,
I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to be associated with this crap.
Yeah, no, Stan and I can go our separate ways. We're okay with that.
Let me know if you want a banner or something for the fish rescue. Send me an email. I love to do something for you guys.
Listen, we should do this again sometime, though. Maybe Stan saying, though.
I wasn't expecting him. No, we can do it next time. We can invite some more people. We get like 4 or 5 of us up here.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
And we can all drive people crazy. Thank you, brother. So much. Listen, everybody, go support Florida Fish Rescue. I hope you got subscribers from this. The sound quality sounds good, so I'm probably going to edit this and re-upload the best of it to my main channel. The reason I don't do lives on my main channel is because I was told it screws you up in the algorithm between me and you and everybody in here. Yeah, that's what I was told. So by a pretty decent YouTuber I trust.
Yeah.
So and besides, I say a lot of fucking fucked up shit on here, so I don't want to. my regular channel, I try not to swear and be, Hey, Chubbs, Mike. Hey, Chubbs. Oh yeah, I was on your stream, but I like to do it again, Chubbs. Mike, you should get in touch with Chubbs and go on his live stream.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Chubbs is another awesome dude. Awesome. And if you want to see some awesome Planet tanks, you need to check out Chubbs.
Yeah. No, I've run across Chubbs a couple of times. Unfortunately, my communication skills when it comes to YouTube are kind of minimal. But
you know what your best thing to do is? You have an IG account, an Instagram account?
Yeah, we do have one. I don't ever use it. We have one.
Use it just as Messenger.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And everybody's on there. And boom, it's better than email and all that stuff. Use just go find Chubbs on IG and boom, you're like that.
All right, that's the plan.
That's what I use it for. I use it basically pretty much for I'll put some stuff up, but I basically use it to communicate with people. It's awesome like that, and you'll find everybody on there, and it'll bring more people to you too, especially since you're a rescue. But please, everybody here, go subscribe, go support, especially a real friggin' rescue. He's not just doing this and the government's chasing him. Because 503C? Is that what it is?
Yeah, the real thing.
Mm-hmm. That is. Now, one last question. Have you ever contacted or been in touch with Ohio Fish Rescue?
I have not been in touch with them, no. I am a big fan, though. I do. And actually, it's oddly enough, we started this before I knew they existed. So once I found them, I discovered that they're really the only other people out there doing what we do for the most part. I mean, there's a couple other guys that, kind of, I don't know, take in fish if somebody is going to give them fish. But But Ohio Fish Rescue are the only people I've found so far that I feel like, I would like to I'd like to reach their level at some point. I think we do a pretty good job with what we do, but I'd like to be at their level.
I got to be honest. Out of all the people I've seen, I think you should try to get in touch with them.
Probably. I don't know exactly what we would. I don't know exactly what we would do together, but I do feel like.
I mean, because they're looking for people that are respectable to do this. To kind of look. What you could do is they got 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
That's what you can do. They put in. Look what they did for Will Star. I mean, they say his name. His subscribers went up like crazy. It didn't really matter what he put on the camera.
Right. Well, I mean, I like this YouTube thing, but I don't know that I'm ever going to be the kind of style YouTuber that you guys are.
No, dude, you be yourself. You just show people what you're doing at the rescue. You don't have to.
Yeah,
don't try to be like anybody else. What you really need is to get your niece to just sit there while you're doing these things and film you. And that's it.
Yeah.
When you rescue a fish, when you do anything like that, and just be you. I don't want to be anybody else.
Yeah.
But the bigger online presence you have, you see what it, look, go look at their super chats. Go look at, that helps support the friggin' rescue.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. And I do know these things. I just,
it's a lot of work.
I get so busy doing other stuff that I just can't come back around to that. And, if I had somebody that was going to sit down and take care of video all the time, we would do them all the time.
Yeah.
But it falls on me. So I spend, I spend 3 hours doing a damn video, and in that time I could have been cooking food, or I could have been doing water changes or whatever, and it just it knocks me down. So
yeah, but it's see, that's the thing where it's a long term. It's you got to put in a bunch of effort in 6 months to a year. You're gonna really see the progress from it.
Yeah, I hope so. So, we'll keep pushing at it, and we'll keep doing what we do, and hopefully the videos I put up are educational and not just,
anything I can do to help. I'm definitely going to give you a plug in one of my regular videos, too, and send people over.
I appreciate you. That's
of course, man. Of course, you're doing a good thing. I mean, there's so many people that want to do what you're doing, and I see them doing it, and they're kind of doing it a little half-assed.
Yeah, well...
Patty says she's watched a lot of your videos.
Thank you, Patty. I appreciate that.
And Electric Jigaboo, I don't know why. I keep getting banned when all I want to say is Kyle is a smelly N-word. And then Kyle says he's his buddy, so that's okay. So, hey. All right.
All right, Vinny, I'm definitely going out on that note.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one to go hard on. All right, brother. I will talk to you soon. I'll send you an email. Oh my God. All right. Well, what the fuck happened to you people in the stream? Why did you do it? All right. So, Kyle, what is on your mind? You know him and he's cool. Yeah, I believe that, but it just comes off a little wrong to people. I mean, like, all I want to say is Kyle is a smelly N-word. It's just not something you go around saying all day, I mean, I kind of know some people that might get a little offended at that. Do I want to see your video now? What exactly is it? Why don't you come up? Come on, Saints, let me see it's you. Show me it's you first. Just come up for a second. You can do that. Oh, I want to do it, but I'm going to try. I know people are going to get upset. I can put the link. Let me see what it Patty, that's what they do. That's what they do. They come up wrong to people. Patty, you didn't listen to O&A back in the day? Adele, I think it has something to do with me because because of the Opie Anthony thing that I'm into. Because there's no other reason. You're too drunk? Alright. Well, they suck ass. What do you guys want me to do? I mean, I can ban them, but Kyle, can I listen to it myself? Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it on my phone first. How about that? Alright? I'm gonna mute my stupid. All right, Ian Ellis, the comedian. This is who is this? Who is this, Sayins? Oh, Ian sent me here because he found a video of you talking about O&A. All right, that makes sense. I was talking about him last week when the other lunatic came in. All right, so this is a reaction video. And who is this? Who? I know they can't, but they're my friends. No, it's not. It's not a porn video. I'm watching it right now. Broke Bar is pretty big. It's just a reaction video, people. Watch. That's not what it is. Here, watch. Now I gotta bring it. How do I do this? Frig, it won't. I know what I gotta do. No, it's not porn. It's Broke Bar sitting there looking at a TV screen, listening to this. That's all it is. There's nothing graphic to it. I'm gonna try to link. You got on Broke Bar? How the heck did you get on Broke Bar? Patty, you're going to bed? I know, it is. It's not that late. This is not, how long is this? Jesus Christ, dude, 4 friggin' minutes? Alright. I'm not watching the whole fucking 4 minutes, but I'm gonna put some of it. Just, cause it's nothing anybody should, I mean, it's mellow. It's not that bad. I've done worse. Let's see, compose. Now I gotta send it to myself. Alright. I'm gonna make you happy, Sayins, and I hope. Yeah, I just spent 3 hours talking. I can talk forever. No, why would we? Yes, but that was right. Why would we leave the screen to bring that shit? You fucking wrecked the poor dude's guest spot in this live stream with your pathetic shit video. I actually thought Mike was great. I had a great time talking to Mike. I thought we got a lot of information out of him. I thought it was great. We added a little bit of idiocy into it. All right, look, I'm gonna let me go to my inbox. That's not it. All right. That's not it. All right. Look, this is look, this is all it is.
Or the kid is making noise.
Hey, that's it.
Let's do a noise complaint. I'm hearing sex.
How many subscribers does Broke Bar have? Quite a bit, doesn't he?
That's disgusting.
I think Mike's got a good sense of humor. Is she really your wife, or did you have a Puerto Rican wedding?
Oh, they are having sex, though. Somebody
It's not his video. It's another guy's video talking about him. See, look.
Tried that many times. Matt, he has dissed you many times.
Patty, I am not a willing
Dude,
participant
that's
in this.
There's children in the room.
Oh, yeah. Who quit streaming?
They're disgusting instant gratification.
Hey, see, that's all.
Ugh.
It's nothing, who's, see, he's making fun of your speech impediment. How do I stop it? Oh, yeah, there we go. All right. That's all. Broke Bar quit? Yeah, I would imagine he quit after that. And who was the lady in the background talking? Sounded like you had a maid in the background. Would you have company? Is that what happened? What do you mean Broke Bar quit? Didn't he go off on Anthony a little while ago? See, that was it. What the rest? It was, yeah, let me be a little honest. It's kind of boring. I mean, I don't like Broke Bar that much. I want to listen to him talk. Okay, listen. Come on my stream next week, and we will talk about everything. The kids are in the room, real classy. I mean, not that when I was married. How old are the kids? Now, I mean, come on. If the kids are sleeping when you're married, I mean, you know, every once in a while you got to sneak one in. You know, you just hope they don't wake up. So what, were you drunk? I bet you were drunk, right? Did you ever wake up with your wife with a pillow over your mouth? Like she's just trying to do an Anthony Scalia on you, and you're kind of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have drank too much tonight. I can't believe. Look, I'm still in awe of certain people that I probably shouldn't be. That's my problem. No. It's not where I get current events, okay? I go to Alex Jones. They're turning the frogs gay. No, it's a whole nother thing. If you knew the Opie and Anthony show, then you'd understand why I have an affinity for this person. I never said he was a brain surgeon, okay? He just fucking makes me laugh sometimes, you know? It's it. So how you doing tonight, S? I got to look into you taking out Red Bar. Then I'm going to ask you about it next week, too. Why don't we get Red Bar on, too? We can ask him what happened. How did this get here? Hey, Patty, do you like my videos better? That's a good question. Thank you, chumps. Look, I'm just trying to... What do I want to do? Ban everybody? I mean, come on. Can we talk for 4 hours about fish? You know. Cut it out, Sayings. I guarantee you Mike is not. Okay? And that... I mean, come on. You couldn't even make it a little funny? You can't make the insults? No, I'm not banning anybody, all right? Who am I? What am I? Opie, I want to get rid of Ron and Fat. I'm not banning anybody. I'm not going to ban anybody. That's the only reason you didn't get banned. As much as I love you, everybody in here wants to ban you. Everyone in here thinks you're fucking out of your mind and retarded. So, I mean, I'm the only one that gets it. And I'm probably disturbed for even getting it. Oh, my God. All right. I'm shutting this up in 3 hours and 30 minutes. I cannot wait to tell Dan and Pete how Saiyans came in and just totally autistic my whole fucking stream. I know I'm on the right path. I know that. Don't worry. That's why you're here. Yeah, next week's going to be fun. Everybody's got their questions. It's going to be a whole... Saiyans, I don't think you got a fish tank, though, right? Or can I call you Kyle now? Are we friends now? Can I call you Kyle? I'm Vinny, in case you didn't notice by my creative name, Vinny's Aquatics. Come on next week. We'll talk about the Patrice O'Neal documentary. We'll talk about Opie's show, how he likes to go out on the beach. Yeah, thank you to Ian Ellis. No fish tank is just... Patty, you're a hard one. Look, Humor me. And remember, Wednesday, 9 o'clock, BJ Cooper's Comedy Channel. The king of all shout-outs. Me and him are going live, and it's probably going to be some more crazy crap like that. Thank you, everybody, for putting up with this. That's one thing I want to say. Right? Thank you for going down this road with me. It seems like every live stream lately, we just go down a different road. Yeah, I'll go check out With Apologies. I've actually heard of that. I'm subscribed to your channel on my other thing. I've been watching you for years. It's like watching a car crash. It's very similar to my streams. So how much did you have to drink tonight, Saiyans? Chubbs, thank you, brother. Never a dull moment here. Never a dull moment. That's one thing I can say. Adele, I don't blame you. I'm about to get out of here myself because this has been a little much. But I think Mike did a great job. I hope everybody goes and supports him. I think he's doing a good thing down there. Besides, I didn't know we were a 503C. It's the first time we talked about that. Adele needs to wash her eyes. Thank you, Saiyans. Look, guys, hey, this stream is Saiyans approved. So we got that going for us. Thank you, Chubbs. Love you too, brother. Yeah, Mike is awesome. Love Mike. I wish I was closer. That's why I want to try to get him and PB together. We'll get PB a big 3-foot friggin' catfish. We can watch it chase him around. Saiyans, you still didn't tell me how to get in touch with you. Put it here so I can see it, because I don't know what the live chat's going to say. And then I got Ian Ellis, too. Rat Dog, thank you for staying through this. S, thank you, too. Look, it's never a dull moment. All right? I don't know how else to explain it. I don't call these people and say, hey, come in and do this. I don't say, Okay. Ian Ellis Instagram. Adele, I see you're not a big fan on these. Chicago open mic. Okay. Look, not everybody can handle the liquor like me. I hope you all noticed that. Adele, the only reason is because I'm allowing it. I'm allowing it out of history, That's all. Trust me. I wouldn't let somebody else come in here and do this. I really wouldn't. It's just because I know who this guy is, and I've watched his content, and believe it or not, he's got a lot of content I like because it deals with Opie and Anthony and Jim Norton and that whole crew that I still listen to the replays to this day. I listen to 13-year-old replays at work because everything else is so terrible on the radio. But, I appreciate you guys for sticking up for me. But don't worry. Look, I could, if it was somebody else, I would have crushed them. I really would have. I would have crushed them, but I understand. This is not going to be we're going to get this out of the way, but it's not going to be an all-time occurrence. Hey, Patty, I like you. So, I don't know what you're talking about, bad taste. I think you're cool. But maybe I do. Like you said, Patty, I'm not the best when it comes to judgment. No, it's not the same people. That's what I don't understand. Adele, I think one of them was the same person, but I don't know how Kyle would I'm confused about the whole thing. I got to kind of talk to everybody off the air about it because I'm confused how Kyle would show up here because of that other weirdo. I mean, I don't know. This is like a friggin' Twilight Zone episode. I don't know what the hell it is. Saiyans, you're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. I will get a link from Ian. 100%. Thank you for showing up, Saiyans. Like I said, I know you in context. You know. Are they? I gotta. What happens if I click on it? No. Yeah, I talk O&A quite a bit. Now I'm gonna have to. Wait, I can look in there. Wow, why didn't I think of that? I can pull up your little thing right here. Boom. There we go. All right. I just want to check one. Hey, listen, if you're not really Saiyans, I'm going to be upset. If you're not really Saiyans, I'm going to have to, remove, put that. That doesn't work. I'm going to have to type it in. Hold on. It's got to be you, right? Hold on. Because if it's not you, but no, because you're the only one that would get drunk and make a fool out of yourself like that. So I'm thinking it's you. Yeah, he got banned and had to restart his account. That I know for sure. I think it's him. Oh God. Yeah, that's him. That's Saiyans. Right there. Yeah, that's definitely him. All right, hold on. I can, what the hell? There he is. There's Saiyans Entertainment. That's the dude. All right. The fuck. Before everybody loses their mind, we got 1 minute left. Yeah, look. He did pick up 14,000 in. Geez, what's it been? Less than a year? Yeah, he talks about Howard Stern too, and you know, radio and current events and stuff like that. Look, I never said he was a genius, right? Look, all these guys, Saiyans, Opie, Anthony, Jim Norton, they should all get rid of their sidekicks and hire me. Okay, that's my opinion. They want some funny? Hire me. Dave Landau, come on, give me a break. Sam Roberts. Yes, Saiyans, I'm glad you found this. Look, it's you right there. Look, I got you up on it. Look, there you are. Okay, so it really is you. I'm gonna contact you. I'm just blown away by the whole thing. Thing went. Yes, he has watched Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Saiyans, I agree. Well, the Landau doesn't suck. He's better than Sam. He's better than Opie. He's just not Artie. He's not the old Jim Norton, not the weird Jim Norton there is now. Look, it's 3 hours and 30 minutes. I got it, Saiyans. I gotta go. Patty. It's amazing how many different ways you can crap. Patty, you are one of the funniest people I've ever known. Yeah, it's another side of YouTube. Listen, I don't know. I have an animal magnetism. I attract animals. I don't know how this happens. But I got to be honest, I'm kind of blown away that Saiyans even showed up in my stupid live stream. Sometimes, like, IFG showed up once. Like, I was like, what the frick? I saw Paul Cavaro show up once. It definitely is interesting. I mean, you know. No, I don't think they came here for subs. Patty, I don't think Saiyans came here for subs. I don't think Ian Ellis came here for subs. I just think this is what, you know, this is what they do. They're ball busters. That's what they do. I'm kind of, you know, I think I handled it all right. I know you guys wanted me to crack down and be all, and troll them out and all that, but come on. They're stream thieves. Saiyans is only interested in O&A clips. Now you do Howard too. You know you like trashing on Howard. Tell them, Fred. Good. I'm glad you started saying. Did you subscribe? They were begging for subs. There's not even anybody here. Wow, Pouty, way to smack the both of us around. Look, I guarantee you there's at least 4 people in there. Oh, yes, he talks in his videos. That you need to see. All right? I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I mean, I do, but it's just going to keep this going on. We'll be here for 3.5, 4 hours, 5 hours. How long do we want to do this? Yes, he talks in his videos. And thank you, Patty, for saying there's not even anybody here. I saw people here. Maybe there was at least 3 people here. He's not a white boy. Oh, this dude, Sayans is not a white boy. He's definitely not a white boy. No. Yeah, no, Sayans ain't white. That's one thing I'll say. No. God forbid. God forbid he was white. See, that's another joke. I cannot fucking believe this. I have to be honest. Look, I love all of you in chat. Thank you for being patient with this. Just play along. Play along. This is never going to be the normal live stream. That's why I have my own channel for it. It's always going to go somewhere. And I don't know how I attract these people, but I got to be honest. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I don't think he's a poor black dude either. I think he's kind of Hispanic with a little bit of black and a little bit of white. Am I right, Sayans? Kyle, what are you? You're Spanish. You're a little black. You're a little white, right? That's what it is. And he likes to drink. And it is Saturday night. Cuban. Oh, Jesus. Give me some cigars. What are you doing? All right. I'm going to wrap this up. Sayans, I'm going to get in touch with you because this is quite interesting. And Patty and... No, I'm not dragging Ricans into this. Right? Adele, very funny. Patty, you are brutal. You're just friggin' brutal. You really need to change your avatar if you're gonna be like this. What is it now? What are you, a red shirt? I'm not coming for Patty. You know I am. I'm your #1 fan. No, he's really not that white. He's kind of urine colored. If you see him without the mask. Yeah, I would lump him in with Spanish. That's what I would lump him in with. Like me, I'm just friggin'. I don't know, the Irish shows up too much. That's the problem. I got the Italian face, but the Irish skin throws it all off. Maybe I'm from Calabria in Sicily. That's where my family's from. I should be able to tan. It's not right. All right, does anybody have anything else to say before I cut this off? What is Patty's pick? Now I got to see it. Now I got to look. Patty, well, you got a new pick? What happened to the old pick? Why won't it let me? Now I gotta, like right now, I should be able to click Patty. And I should be able to see Patty, but now it's not letting me. So whatever. Urine color is jaundiced white boy. Wow. Jesus. Rat Dog has a French nose. What is a French nose? I'm not too tan. It's only here and here. If you see my chest, look it down. Look at this. Look, not a... Oh, okay, you go the wrong way. Not a friggin' hair on it, and look how white that is. All right? Oh, what happened to the... Was that a... Patty, was that a picture of you before? Or was that just some random chick from Star Trek? Because I couldn't get it to blow up. I would not be surprised if fucking aliens walked down and just stood behind me during this thing. No one else's live streams go like this. Saying, Kyle, we're not talking Bill Clinton cigars. We're talking actual smoke cigars. Yeah, I would imagine. You don't look like a smoker, Adele. Rat Dog says it's just like a French tongue, big and long. Does it have girth too, my friend? Because you know they like the girth. Yeah. Ian, it's another one of these things where it just I don't know how it gets to this. Oh, so you quit cigarettes 2 years ago. I actually quit cigarettes when I hit 30. The day I hit 30, I quit. I was smoking Marlboro Reds. Then I quit. No, I actually went from Marlboro Reds to Marlboro Lights. And then I quit smoking when I hit 30. And I started eating a lot of lollipops, which also didn't help with my friggin' teeth. And now unfortunately, I like the blunts because I get that little bit of tobacco. Oh, Atkins, I think it's Ian. I think it's over for now. But there was another Ian in here, and then another guy, Sayins, Kyle, that I know, that I've watched for years, and it just, occasionally? What is occasionally, Adele? Because I can technically say I only smoke occasionally, too. If occasionally is every couple hours. Or nonstop during a live stream. I think I need a therapist after this one. Holy Jesus. Why does this always happen? Nah, I'm like Bill Clinton. I don't inhale and I don't take advantage of my interns. That's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, there's a lot worse stuff for you than smoking a little weed. That's why it's becoming legal everywhere. Adele, is it legal down where you are, or just forget about it? Oh my God, it's 3. All right, we got to wrap this up. I smoke weed. Yeah, I smoke medicinal. I have issues every day. It is natural. He didn't sleep with that intern. They were up all night. No, of course. Yeah, they were figuring out how to give us tax breaks. Yeah, the medicinal, that's one of the problems with the medicinal. It's so god-darn expensive. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. We were up in Boston the other day. You just walk right in, you grab it, and you walk right out. I was like, I couldn't believe it. It's going to be legal everywhere soon. Eventually, they're going to have to make it legal because they need the tax money. I mean, Jesus, we're bankrupt. Look at all the money Colorado made. Patty, relax. It's not going to be every week. I don't want this to be every week. We're an hour and 40 past where we should have been. Don't be upset. I'll explain it to you first. I had no idea, and it just happens that I know who that person is. If it was just another random guy, I would have destroyed him like I did the guy last week. But this will be the last week. If I start getting bombed next week, you can just start banning people. I have PSTD and anxiety. It helps me sleep. And also be social because I get too stoned to care if I'm out in public. Yeah, exactly. No, Patty, I agree with you. It's somebody I've been watching for years, and he actually showed up. And there's that weird O&A connection. You know, you're from here. You must know O&A. You remember on WNEW and all that stuff. I know. I'm a nerd. But thank you guys for being patient. It's 3 hours and 41 minutes. I got to say goodnight. We all got to say goodnight. Thank you, Adele. All right, everybody. I love everybody. Everybody say a prayer for Kyle. And I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully next week the weirdos don't show up. But I didn't get attacked by the army. What were they called? The Animaniacs or whatever they were. I don't know. Oh, the Acolytes or whatever. Anyway. Or the Lycanites. Yeah, the Lycanites. Frequency healing is something to look into. Ian, thank you, brother. All right, I'm going to go because we can do this all night. Love you guys. I'll see you next time. Lycanites, that's what it is. Thank you. I keep forgetting that because it's so fucking stupid. But, yes, the Lycanites attack. Now they're all friends of mine, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. All right? Thank you, guys. I'll see you next time. I have nothing else to say.